Right, we're live. Okay.
Excellent.
Hold on a
Excellent. Yeah,
second.
I've only 20, I brought one up to the top of the reek with me this morning, and I drank it up there. And I have 23 left, so I'm going to finish them off now.
And we are live.
Excellent.
Live.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Sure is. And it'll be all the better when we make some more money today, even though today's much more difficult picking than yesterday.
4 winners yesterday.
Yeah. So first we had the first two. We had
the first two, yeah.
So we had Appreciate It and then Shiskin.
Yeah.
And then we had the third one was an outsider, wasn't it?
Third one was it Vintage Clouds or
Vintage Clouds won the third race. And then in the fourth race, I had a forecast, which was a nice little fucking...
You had a lovely forecast, and that's the one that let me down for the Yankee, because we'd had Honeysuckle as well. Oh, yeah, no. We had Honeysuckle as well. By the way, I've done Bob Ellinger, or whatever the hell it's called.
Bob Ellinger, yeah. So Rachel Blackmore's horse, right?
Yeah. So if you were doing an each way, you would do that one, that Joseph O'Brien one, I'd say.
Yeah, so that's my thinking on it. Like the price of it. So we were talking to this just before we started. I can't really separate Bob Ballinger, Gallard, Dumas Nil, and Brave Man's Game. I think any one of them could win the race. But if you put Appreciate It into the mix that won yesterday, I think Appreciate It walks it, and you can't rule out Kessner Risk on coming second to Appreciate It, and that's why I've backed Kessner Risk on this one.
Okay, beautiful.
I have Bob Ellinger in a double anyway, so I was like, I wouldn't mind him winning either.
Sure. Are you sure we're live and it's not private there, Chris?
No, we're live. Yep.
Okay, that's fine. Good stuff. And of course, we're going to be joined by French Torch, Peter Cassidy, and Michael Salmon as well later on.
Yeah, we sure.
And also maybe Reen Bailey from
Device Prime.
On the Ball, Off the Ball, On the Ball.
Yeah, Reen Bailey of Ball Talk podcast. Yeah. So, Kelly O'Brien, happy St. Patrick's Day, Kelly. She says, "Well done on the climb to Cowboys."
Yeah, thank you very much.
And Williams Ganley says, "Happy Paddy Day, boys."
Yes,
and Neil O'Toole,
and many happy returns.
Neil O'Toole says, "Happy Patrick's Day, lads. The Wild Bucks way out the brain for 2022." So
still the dream.
Is. So you've got I
have stories to tell. I have a couple of stories to tell about my walk. There was a lot of people on it. On it this morning. Yeah, a lot of people on it.
Were they allowed on it? Were they?
Oh, by the time I got back down, there's a little bit of a car park open now, a little bit, and it was full.
Yeah, you didn't run them for,
No, I didn't.
A bit of crack. Lads, you can't come here.
I'll wait. Before I even started the time, I have a story to tell you. I have 2 Galway lads. I'll tell you about it now in 2 seconds. But watch this race first. My one is in second and looking good.
Bob Ellinger is sitting very nicely at the moment.
Very nicely.
But again, very early on in the race here.
And I very rarely back each way, but I do think that O'Brien's horse has a shout. So I've done a small little bit in each. I very rarely back 2 horses in the same race. What I meant to say, but I thought it was worth, especially when it's three places and there's.
If you're watching this online, on the Paddy Power Betfair app or wherever app you're watching, that's actually a little bit ahead of the TV there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's a couple of strides ahead.
Oh, nice.
So I try not to ruin it for you.
Don't ruin it for me.
Dave Walsh says, "Happy Paddy's Day." Thank you very much, Davey boy, and Jade Elvis. Again, 2 of our biggest supporters. Thanks to them. Noel Kelly, well, boys, what's the crack? The crack is good, and it's going to be a good day, I believe.
It will be a good day, all right.
We'll have
a sound bit of crack. Oh, am I after doing each way here? And there was only 2 places.
That could be. Well, there's only 6.
Oh, sugar! There's only 2 places. That's my fault. But anyway, listen. That's not to say he could. Might win the damn thing. Honeysuckle made it up for me yesterday, and also Galvin in the second last, or was it the last?
The last.
The last, yeah. I had a lovely bet on that.
So I just put a pin in there for the Patreon guys. So if anyone would like to become a patron member of the Dead Hedgehogs, that would be very kind. It would go to buying us a pint on Paddy's Day. We'd
yes,
very much appreciate that, you know.
And even like spread the word about the YouTube page, even subscribe to it, because if we get over 1,000, then we get other features, and that is the plan. And also, when restrictions are lifted, we plan on doing videos.
If you look at that last jump, we've got Bob Ollinger, Galad du Mesnil, Bravesman's Game, and Costnerisk pretty much in a line. Costnerisk is starting to fade a little, and Bob Ollinger is looking really strong.
He is. That was Gordon Elliott's horse originally, wasn't it?
Yeah.
My one looking good. Who's the one in the orange? Is that Brave Man's Game?
Brave Man's Game. And to be honest, what put me off was, even though Brave Man's Game was unbeaten the last three rides he had out, he didn't have much competition, and it just shows you the standard of Irish racing compared to British racing at the moment. It's totally different. Yeah, so we've got a 1-2 there, but 1-2 Irish there. Fucking lovely. That's really good. That's a great start. So I've got Bob Ollinger in a double with Monkstown as well. So that is a brilliant start to the day now.
Mm-hmm. Well,
the class of that horse really shone through in that final stages anyway.
Yeah. The thing, by the way, again, not that I'm promoting any betting apps, but there's an awful lot of the betting apps, like Paddy Power, giving €5 free bets every day this week.
So today was a €5 free bet on the first race.
Yeah, same as yesterday.
And same as yesterday. But tomorrow's any bet. So that could be a handy couple of quid in your pocket. Yeah. And if you go on the Betfair one, you can get boosted odds on a lot of the races, or on every race.
That's right.
Boosted odds. So, like, if you're thinking of going out with an outsider, you got to look at the Betfair exchange. If you've got a fancy for the outsider, you're going to get better odds on the Betfair exchange. I get Costnerisk there. Obviously he was at long odds today. He was 14-1 this morning. He went off at 16-1, but he was actually 24-1 on the Betfair exchange.
Big difference.
It's a big difference. Big difference between €160 and 240.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize I had Monkfish and Yankee as well.
That Monkfish, I can't see anything coming close to Monkfish.
No, it'd be the shock of the festival.
The only thing that you'd worry about is the fall. So, you know.
So, just shows you, there's been 8 races so far, and I've had 5 winners, and I think you've had something similar. Yeah. So they always say, Cheltenham,
I think I've had 6 now.
The graveyard, 6 now. If the graveyard is the place, the home of betting, but I've always had a good Cheltenham, because all the horses are tried.
They're primed, and they're kind of like, let's put it this way: Bob Ollinger was sat up properly after his last race in January in Naas. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Basically, that was only ran and won it well. He beat horse that won yesterday against Costner, Blue. Second, the one that beat. Hold on a second. I'll get this right. If you look at they always set up perfectly for Paddy's Day. These guys they're setting. That's all they're thinking about. Cheltenham.
Yeah, of course. Cheltenham or Punchestown or maybe Leopardstown the other time, but the horses of that quality are for the big day.
Yeah. So Black Tears.
Black Tears. I was going to say Black Tears, but I thought it was
so Bob Ollinger beat Black Tears in the last
You had a lovely bet. You had a lovely bet on Black Tears.
Concertisa and Black Tears in the reverse forecast.
Yeah, that was nice.
So it was look, obviously it was nice to make €140, was it?
Yeah, nice from one bet.
From
right.
A small bet.
Seeing as we have a break in the betting, I'll tell you, that's just the thing about climbing the Reek. Every time you climb the Reek is a different climb. You meet different people. Today was astonishingly beautiful of a day. The Atlantic Sea is like a mirror. There isn't a wave to be seen. You could literally go down and shave yourself if you were that way inclined. off the river and watch yourself. That's how mirror like it was like. Then you had no clouds at all near the Reek. I climbed the Reek. Before I even got to the Reek, these two lads pulled up beside me, and they were like, "Oh, how's it going? We know you." And I was like, "Yeah, fair play." And any chance you have a pair of spare boxers, or not boxers, running shorts?
But you said no, but take my boxers.
Yeah. But I was like, they said we're just after driving down from Galway and we want to climb the Reek. And I said, "Oh, jeez," I said, "sorry, lads, I don't usually carry a spare pair of running shorts with me."
It's such a strange thing to ask for.
Yeah. But so then I was like, I walked away anyway, and I was thinking to myself, because I live right beside the Reek. And then I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to run back and get him a pair of shorts. Because he said, "Do you think these apartments have anyone?"
You probably had to wait at the bottom of the Reek anyway, did you?
Huh?
You would have had to wait at the bottom of the Reek anyway, did you?
No. You see, he was heading back towards where the apartments, right? And I said, "I'll run back now, and I flag him down. I'll tell him I'll run in and I get him a pair." I had a couple of pairs that I don't really use for running, but they're perfect for the Reek. So I ran back, and he must. I don't know how I missed him. I ran back a long way, nearly a kilometer back to the apartment.
Yeah.
And I thought I'd flag him down, but I got the shorts anyway. Kept walking back up, but he had stopped. I could see him talking to a runner, someone that was running on the road, and obviously he didn't have
asking for his shorts too.
Yeah.
Mid run.
So then I took the shorts with me. Then he kept going. He must have kept going towards Lewisburg, and I said, "I'm not going. I've done enough now. I've done my bit."
Yeah.
So I carried the shorts up.
In fairness, you're a bit of a bollocks for not doing it, like.
For what?
For not fucking just stripping naked while he asked you.
Well, above any time, usually I wear shorts going up the Reek, but above any time I had a pair of tracksuit bottoms on. But I thought to myself, I've climbed the Reek with jeans on. Should just climb the damn thing.
Yeah.
But I thought to myself then, he's not going to not climb it after driving down from. As it happened, it was Ballinasloe he was coming from.
Yeah.
But so I thought I'll meet him on the way down anyway, or I'll meet him when I'm up there or whatever. And at least I made the effort. And I was up in the Reek anyway, and I done that video up in the Reek, and I took a few pictures. And I was talking to a man that walked the Reek. His cousin died. His cousin died last week at only 21 years of age, and he climbed the Reek in the memory of him.
Yeah.
So I'm not a very religious man, but we said a little prayer up there for Davy.
That's nice.
Yeah, and then the two lads landed up then, and I was telling them that I had the pair of shorts for them. But what happened was they walked down, or they drove down to about 3 houses down the road, knocked on someone's door,
and asked them.
And asked the lady there for a pair of shorts.
Running shorts.
And
Look at these lads are headers altogether.
yeah, the first house that they went into said no, but the second house that they went into,
Harry, fuck it.
the lady said, and he said there was a half door on the house, which is very rare these days.
That's cool.
Yeah, very cool. And he said the lady was very. She was, first of all, she started laughing, and then she got the shorts. So
Jeez, fucking fair play.
yeah.
Shame she didn't give him a fucking dress.
You know what? He probably would have.
He probably would have fucking thrown it on, like.
Yeah.
So I got a few messages here. David Walsh has bare gills in the each way in the. Is it the next one?
It must be the next one.
Must be it. Yeah. Good on you, Rachel. In fairness, Rachel started very well in the festival. She looks fucking.
Oh, she's class.
She's unreal, like.
Why was she on that one?
Yeah, she was on Bear.
Brilliant.
Bob Bollinger.
Yeah, and she won the big one yesterday. Like, she must be the first one to win the champion, her first lady.
Yeah. Yeah. She probably. I don't know.
It looks like it's definitely going to be an Irish winner in the next as well, because we have first and second favourites.
Could Ireland break the record of 19 wins at a festival?
I keep saying that
this could be the year.
We won't. Yeah, I keep saying that we won't. We can't keep beating it, but this.
Keith Pendridge is on. Keith Pint looking well this morning. Keithy boy.
Cheers,
man.
Keith. Cheers, Keith. Keith texted me when I was up on top of the reek. When I put up the message to say I was on top of the reek. So fair play. I can't wait to have pints up in Dublin. Or you better still, you come down to Mayo.
Keith, turn up, man. Even though I'm in Dublin, so there's no excuse really, is there?
Oh yeah, sure. Look, as soon as restrictions allow, wink, wink, we'll get a few pints up.
Keith, I'm going to send you a fucking a link, and should jump on for the crack if you can.
If you can.
Yeah, this next one now. Monkfish should fucking.
Well, you're back in.
I'd be sickened. I'd be so sickened if Monkfish didn't fucking pick this up.
Yeah. He's gone into 1 to 4 now. Like.
Yeah. And look at the way that its favorites have been fucking flying in left, right, and center.
Yeah, they have.
You know. What
do you think, will he win? There's a bet here, Monkfish to win by 10 lengths or more, 5-2.
I don't know if he'd win by that fucking.
At the end of the day, it's the Cheltenham. Like, all the horses are great.
Like take 10 lengths, he has to go from the front before the hill. Yeah. Like, he has to fucking attack the hill way earlier than everyone else to go 10 lengths. Really. I can't see him fucking doing that.
Monkfish, maybe 7 lengths.
Yeah, maybe 7. I don't know. 1 to 4 is like.
You can't back him single.
No.
Someone has tipped the big breakaway. 2 people have tipped the big breakaway.
It'd be a nice one at 10 to 1.
I'll read out the predictions on Racing Post, and because the Racing Post, for anyone that doesn't know racing, the Racing Post is like the Bible of horse racing.
But it does have its biases as well.
It does a little.
It leans towards a lot of the English courses, I think. So it's like the English Bible.
Did you know it's owned by Godolphin?
Godolphin own.
Yeah, they bought into it, or they're definitely a big stake in it.
See, that's like fucking Dennis O'Brien owning most of the media in Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
Don't see anything bad about Dennis O'Brien in the news.
No. Perish thought.
Maybe we should expose that. Like, we were talking about this recently. It was like when I mentioned it on a podcast, and one of our guests that's coming up soon, Saoirse McHugh, goes to us after. Yeah. Are you not worried about him kind of coming after his litigation? I was like, that'd be the best thing in the world.
Yeah, of course.
Billionaire comes after fucking podcast with 500 subscribers.
Doesn't fucking come all he wants.
Fucking delighted.
If he did, we'd go from 500 to about 5,000 overnight. That's just the way things go.
Davey Walsh goes thinking there, Chris. It was Paddy's Day 2 years ago. We were on Kieran Stag. Nice to lose money on horses rather than dogs. Well, that's the fucking truth, because I lost a fucking shitload of money on the dogs that night. I don't think anyone had a fucking winner at the dogs. They're great crack, but fuck me, you could flitter through money.
Do you know what? I was going to say I've never had any luck at dogs, but that's a lie. I remember being down on me luck in Galway, right? And I was after a night out, and I spent a fortune, and I spent a lot more than I had thought. This is years ago. And I put it to you this way, I didn't have enough to have a second night up there. I was meant to be up there for 3 nights. And I went into Boyle Sports in Ayr Square there. And at this stage, I was desperate. And for some reason, I just looked at the dogs and I done a trifecta.
No way.
Yeah, I done a trifecta, and I took a $5 on it, trifecta. And I remember putting the bigger odds first. It was bigger odds, second biggest odds, and third biggest odds. 1, 2, 3, and the fucking 3 of them came in.
Fuck me.
Yeah, it paid for the next 2 nights or whatever length of time it was up there.
Paid the rent.
Yeah. But you get stories like that. I remember being in Belgium.
I literally had no money for rent. I had about 70 quid, and my rent was probably overdue a week at this stage. And I was like, so I stuck €20 on Neptune Collage at fucking 33 to 1.
Oh, you were telling me that, yeah.
33 to 1, 666 quid. Still didn't pay the rent.
And that, I believe.
Went on the piss. Had too much. After a couple of pints, I was like, sure, I wasn't going to pay it anyway. Fucking gobshite.
I was in Belgium, and Belgium is awful expensive.
It is fucking
awful expensive. And I was going to a festival as well. And again, the money that I'd gone with, it was starting to deplete very quickly. And I didn't even know that there was actually bookie shops in Belgium, but I happened to find one anyway. And I think, do you know what? I think it was a Ladbrokes. And I went in, and I just started betting on fucking everything. And I came out with €300 or €400 more than I went in with. And that's
lovely.
That sort of banked me up again.
I remember when I was working door to door. This is fucking good while ago now. And I was making fuck all money. I was on commission. And I went in, and I had all I had was like fucking 90 cent in coins in my pocket. I had money, I wasn't that fucking broke that I had only 90 cent left, but I was getting to the bone, and I had 90 cent. I started with 90 cent, and I was playing like roulette. It fucking just breaking up, and I came out with like €65 from my 90 cent start. I was fucking delighted with myself. I was like,
yeah, of course.
But I was also pissed off because I was like, well, why didn't I start with some proper money?
Yeah.
So I was never happy.
I'll tell you another story here about betting, and it's not often that I go and play poker or anything like that. But there was this time, this is years ago, and I was going out with the girl at the time, and she had gone to bed. And I stayed up anyway, and I put about 20, I think it was €20, £20 or whatever, into, it was Paddy Power, and it was blackjack. And I turned the €20 into, I was messing about for about an hour on it. And I was, once I'd get down to €5, then I'd be back up to 40, and it was just that way back and forth.
Yeah.
And I was doing €2 stakes or £2 stakes. It was so long ago, it could have been pound. And I kept doing it. And next thing I said, you know what, I'm going to bed. I'm sick of this. So what I done was, I think there was €20 left. And after an hour, I was still exactly the same place that I started. I would have rather have lost it in 5 minutes than to be still an hour at and still €20. So I put the €20. Put the stake up to €20. Bet on it. Went up, won €40. I think I might have even got a blackjack. So that means you get 50% extra. You get your €20 plus your €20 profit, and you get half your stake as well. So 10. So I would have got 50. And I was like, brilliant, 50. At least that's something. I said, fuck it. I said, I'm tired. So I upped the stake to 50.
Yeah.
And fuck me, I hit 21, but it wasn't a blackjack. It was a king and an ace. Or no, it was a king and king. So 20. So I was in a good place.
Yeah.
And I said, great, I'm going to go for it, the whole lot. And the next thing, it won. And next thing, in 5 minutes, I had it up to €1,100.
Wow. Fucking hell.
But I took a break. I was like, I remember this
getting
years
a bit
ago,
fucking.
I was getting a little bit itchy, and the bets were getting bigger and bigger as well. And I would just hit a purple patch, which you can do on them things.
Of course.
And I said to myself, for some reason, you think all sorts. I was thinking to myself, I'm going to trick the game now and actually walk away. I'm going to walk away for a few minutes.
The game won't get this, but I've got it sussed.
Yeah. So I went away and I put on the kettle, and I was going to make myself a tea. So I went and I put on the kettle anyway, made myself a cup of tea, and I came back to the computer, and the girl that I was living with at the time had got up, woke up, went onto the computer and started playing the game.
No way.
Started playing the game, thinking that it was Monopoly, like it was a Monopoly. It was a game. It was no real money involved.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it was down to €300. It was down to €300, and of course I said, "Oh my God, what's happened here?" So I did, and next thing I was like, no, that's real money. So I was sickened.
So she took out the wallet and gave you the cash. The difference. Yeah.
I said, feck it. I said, I'm as well to lose the lot now as that. So I stuck the €300 on one bet, and I stuck the €300 on one last bet. I was sickened, and I said, I'm going to stick the lot on, and I got a blackjack. So I brought it up to 750, and I said, fuck it. That's it, cash out. Yeah,
there's not much you could do in that situation.
No. It was my own fault. I should have I could see exactly how it happened. No, actually, you're right.
No, I can't see how that would happen at all. Colin O'Reilly's jumped on. How are you doing, Colin? I hope you're keeping well. Stevie,
if you want to join on. Colin is good for the crack.
Yeah, Colin, if you want to jump on. Davey, if you want to jump on. Dave was like, that's a horrible story. Fucking is a horrible story. That's a heartbreaking story. But yeah, hard to believe it's 2 years ago today since the gig in the Gateway, which is actually the same weekend as Kieran Stagg that Dave mentioned.
Yeah.
I was fucking brown bread. By the time 4 Degrees West was on stage, I was fucking, I was fucked.
Do you know what, Chris? I was steamed myself, because really and truly that's not the race, is it? No. Really and truly that
scared me there.
That was my first $3 left gig, and I had been we'd done the Hardy Bucks gigs, all right, but that was like a play, so you sort of had.
Yeah, we pieced it together, even though there was curveballs in it.
Oh, a lot of curveballs, as there always is.
Yeah.
But so this was really our first one. Now, lucky enough, we were only comparing really. There was some class acts, including 4 Degrees West there, Colin. But I got so steamed before it even started. I mean, I was luthered.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was good crack.
What I'll do is I'm going to put a message up on our Patreon account.
Yeah.
And if anyone on the Patreon account wants to jump onto the stream and have the crack for a couple of minutes and have a can, fucking.
Is that the link?
Let me know. Yeah, I'll put a message on the Patreon account for any of the patrons that want to jump on the live today.
Idea. Yeah,
We'll have, and if you would like to jump on, if anyone's here wants to jump on, just become a Patreon member, and what I'll do is go from there.
Beautiful.
P. Casty should be on here in the next half an hour as well. So
And Mikey will be on as well. What time is Mikey coming on? Mikey's Mikey.
Mikey's going to turn up, and he's just going to turn up. You know?
And
Ryan Bailey just he said that he's on the road. He'll be there before long. So Ryan's good crack with a great old podcast. That
it's a pity we can't all do this from a feckin' pub like back in the days.
Do you know what? It'd be fucking good crack if we actually just set this up in a pub and did a podcast live from a pub.
Yeah, it would be great crack, and I can't wait to do that.
We'll definitely have to do that. We'll just sit at a table and get fucking lashed out of it all day.
Yeah.
You know, Pete will be delighted. See, the thing is, Peter is an absolute legend for a couple of pints. He's unreal.
Yeah, and he's great.
He's a fear of having that first one or two.
And he's great crack with a few drinks.
Oh, mighty! He's
a lovely drunk.
He's a powerhouse.
When I say a lovely drunk, what I mean is he's so warm. He'd be giving you hugs, and he'd be having the crack, and there's no.
Yeah, but he can be messy too. The fucker.
Mess. Look, we're all messy when we have enough.
Well, you would actually, in saying that, you can be the messiest, one of the messiest people I've ever met.
Stop.
Shocking, like. And it can be all of a sudden after 3 pints.
That's right. Yeah. You see what happens.
What's wrong with you, like?
I think I store drinks.
For 2 weeks at a time.
No. It is an actual thing, right? Where you can, where you drink and drink and drink, and it's grand for a while, and next thing it all suddenly hits you in one go. It releases into your bloodstream.
But like that doesn't usually happen if you've had 3 pints.
Stop. I'm not that fucking bad.
Okay, maybe not.
3 pints might make a difference. But remember this as well, Chris. Back in the day, I might have had a half a bottle of vodka. I used to have an awful habit of drinking
before you go out. Before
I'd go out at all.
Actually, I think we all did that. I think we were all having a sneaky couple ones before the start.
Yeah. And it's a bad habit to get into.
If you're listening to this and you've got any stories, whack them into the comments. We'll read them out. So if you've got any comments where you've got absolutely balubas before you've gone out at all and you're trying to hold it together, let us know, okay? Yeah, it could be a powerful. So Mikey should be. I think Mikey's.
Lovely.
Jumping on now for the 2 o'clock race.
Great stuff.
So that'll add an extra.
I haven't seen Mikey in a couple of weeks.
Sure, he's busy ploughing.
And he's in a new gaff, and he's more news coming up.
I'll be done
down the line. Yeah.
You're setting it up now for people to be asking what's going to happen. One fish by 6 lengths or more, lads. At evens, what do you think? We were actually talking about this a couple of minutes, Gerald, and I wouldn't actually trust that 6 to 10 lengths. I think that he'll piss it and he'll win it easy, but I'm not sure about 6 lengths or more.
Right. Do you know
Mikey Salmon, Michael of the Salmons.
The salmon of knowledge. Is he on?
He is. He's on.
Hello.
I can't see him. Oh, thank you, Mikey.
How are you doing, mate?
You're looking smart. How come I can't see Mikey as well? Hold on, I'll do this. Can I see the 3 now? I don't want to turn myself off. There you go.
How are you doing? Are you well?
Not too bad now. How are you doing?
You're looking proper smart, man.
Jesus fucking, you look like a fucking businessman that's waiting for a call that he's made more money indiscriminately.
Have you? Have
Yeah.
you tried this on?
I
You
also
look-
have a big boner and no trousers on. Exactly like all Zoom businessmen nowadays.
And I thought it was because of me. Cheers, mate.
Oh my God. You look. I was going to say you look like a man that has no trousers on.
Well, he never wears trousers, so. How are you getting on, Mikey boy?
I do wear trousers. I'm not a deviant. I'm in my own house, so I can go around without trousers if I want. But
Okay.
for you lads, I have donned trousers and I'm wearing a pair of trousers.
That's good for everyone, I think, mate. Have you put any money on the? I know you're fond of a bet like myself and Cowboy.
I never had an online account or anything, but
Did you not?
No, so I set one up yesterday just for Cheltenham, and I'll probably get rid of it then afterwards.
Talk about fucking rigmarole.
I know. Well, with Paddy Power, it wasn't too bad.
I think he will. Rather like the one.
Paddy Power, the easiest to go online. I tried to go on a Sky Bet yesterday because I heard that they were giving out free bets, and then also they were doing on the first race if you didn't back the favorite, and I obviously strongly fancied the favorite and I had the favorite, but they were giving out free bets. So if the favorite won the race and you back something else, you would have got a free bet. So it was like no risk bet as far as I was concerned. But it was like,
I'm just going to this race. I have not much interest because it's a 1-4 on favorite, but I put an each way bet on. Now I'm only seeing there's only 6 horses or something in it. So
you have the first two.
I need to finish second.
Who did you do?
Well, I just quickly put on one there. I can't even remember who it was.
I have Monkfish. I have Monkfish in an accumulator, an accumulator and a Yankee, but I've done Eclat de Rari each way because it's Irish.
All right. I have no idea. One that was 12-1.
Probably the big breakaway.
No, the
Sporting John.
That one, Sporting John.
Yeah, good stuff. I thought Sporting John was an Irish horse, but it's trained by Phillips Hobb.
Ah.
Oh, it was Sizing John that won the Gold Cup, not Sporting John.
Yeah, Sizing John was it one of de Bromhead's horse?
No, Jessica Carrington.
Are you sure? I thought the sizing ones were de Bromheads.
No, it was Jessica Carrington, and Robbie Power. Check it out. Actually, check it out just to be sure.
And also Rachel Blackmore. I was thinking about that. It was 10-1 on her horse, but I went with Sporting John instead. It was 10-1.
Yeah, trained by Jessica Carrington. Yeah.
Horse.
Are you having a blank, Mikey?
Maybe later on, because it's also my dad's birthday today. So
happy birthday, Happy birthday, Dad.
Father Salmon.
Yeah.
What's your? Is it Tom?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's no fair play. That's the way to go about it. Get absolutely lashed with the family. At least they buy the cans. Isn't that right, Mikey? Paddy's Day and all.
Yeah.
We will.
Did you have any bet yesterday, Mikey?
I had a few. I had one that came in nicely. It was the big race yesterday, the handicap hurdle. I had the winner and I had the second.
Oh, you said that.
Yeah, so that was good. Obviously, I had the second each way and the winner on the nose.
Yeah. Honeysuckle.
Yeah, honeysuckle.
But if you done honeysuckle last week, you would have got 9-4.
9-4 is an iconic price.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so that wasn't too bad. But then after that, I put on a few other bets and ended up with €4.
Yeah, that happens too.
After going down to 0 from 50 and then getting something like 65 back, I ended up with 4.
That can happen, my friend. Do you know what? I'm going to tell you something now. I don't like the way Monkfish is running.
No, not going great. Not great so far, but still a good way to go.
Yeah.
But I've seen that at Cheltenham too. Sometimes Cheltenham doesn't suit different horses.
He's still at 1 to 3 in race betting, and
is he the 3rd or 4th horse?
No, second.
All right.
But he's not. The fucking Rachel Blackmore is gone.
Yeah.
I just don't like the way Monkfish is jumping.
But you know what? Like, I think he's almost coasting at the moment.
He
you know
is.
What? They've actually suspended betting on Paddy Power.
What are you complaining about? He's going the best in the race. Like,
I don't know. He is now again.
He's kind of picked it up the last 2 fences. Like, they've actually suspended. That was actually Rachel Blackmore's horse that they suspended, but they he's still at 1 to 4. Like,
I know.
Yeah, he's picked up a bit. It was almost like he was a bit bored there for a couple of fences, and that's probably what worried you.
Probably. I like to have them like.
If it was you, they'd be keen all the way, fucking flying fences, and easy.
That's the way I like to run, like fucking flat to the board all the way.
Yeah. It's like you've still got a feeling that he could fucking press the button on him, like fucking scamper away.
He looks way better now.
To be honest, the stray horse has done him a fucking world of good.
The rest are off the bike now as well.
Yeah, like the stray horse is kind of leading him through now. It's making it that bit easier for him.
Yeah, but if it jumps the fence the wrong way, it could be a different story.
Who's the one in the blue and the yellow stripe?
That's Fiddler on the Roof, Colin Tizard's horse.
Yeah, he's cruising. He has it.
Fucking if you back that 33 to 1 shot to each way, you're making a couple of pound as well.
Oh.
Pissed it. Would you say he's 6 lengths, 7 lengths, maybe?
I'd say just about 6, Chris.
Yeah,
seven at the line, maybe 7 at the line.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, you have to go 10 or more. You have to have them fucking stretching the lead from the hill.
Yeah, and it's a short for that race. It was a short
run up, like
yeah. You see, they run on 2, maybe 3 different tracks sometimes.
Yeah, but that's a nice double now to start the day. So we've got the next one is the handicap hurdle.
Do you know what? I haven't even had one look at that.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's a pick'em, like Grand Roy. Denise Foster's horse is one of the favorites. Koshari, Willie Mullins is at 10 to 1. Guard Your Dreams has actually come in from, I think he was at 9 or 10 to 1 this morning.
But he was definitely at 9
to 1. He's 6 to 1 now. And do you know what the thing is? Fucking, they're going to pick up some wins.
Oh, the English.
Yeah.
Should have to.
So this could be one where Sam Twiston Davis picks up a win.
Yeah. Let me see now. Let me see.
But it's funny because I usually look at the form for races, and then at Cheltenham, you're like, they're all just 1s and 2s for nearly all the horses, even outsiders.
Yeah. Except for the handicaps. The handicaps go, and you know what? You'll often see lots of ones and twos and handicaps. And next thing you'll see the fucking FFP/0 duck egg winning at Cheltenham.
Fucking sound.
You didn't have any of the big outsiders yesterday, did you?
No, and do you know what? If I knew it was a Mayo horse,
Galvin.
Well, I had Galvin in the last, but if I knew that it was a Mayo horse that was going off at 80-1, I would have fucking definitely backed him.
Yeah. We all lost out on that one, Gavin.
I tell you, I know someone that lost out fucking way bigger than anyone else that I know. I was talking to a client who owns a company in Mayo, and yesterday he rang me up literally as the race. I was actually watching the race on my phone. My phone rang, had to take it, and he was saying, fucking, he complained, Paddy Power couldn't reactivate his account. He said he's a friend of his has a horse running at Cheltenham. I said, geez, that's a sickener. He said, I've been fucking texting this bastard in a call center somewhere all day. And he goes, I was like, what was the name of the horse? And he goes, oh, Jeff something. And I go, it wasn't Jeff Kidder, was it? He goes, yeah, that's the one. I said, it won. I said, it won. He goes, no fucking way. I was going to put €200 on that horse at 66-1 this morning. He would have had 13 grand back. He couldn't because the fucking because the Paddy Power wouldn't reopen his account.
Yeah, that's a sickener. I think I'd jump into the fucking Liffey.
Yeah, it's like he was fucking sickened. I think I was more upset. I was speechless. I also delivered the bad news. I didn't have the heart to tell him at the time that he had gone off at 80-1, not 66-1, and he actually lost 16 grand.
I know said fella, and I know that he's not short of a few pounds, but still is a sickener.
No one would turn down 16 grand of Paddy Power money.
Exactly, especially that sort of money.
Yeah. Oh my God, the poor bastard. He was fucking. He couldn't believe it. Rachel Coyne says, "Happy St. Patrick's Day, boys. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Many happy returns, Rachel."
And Craig Kavanagh says, lads, happy Paddy's Day."
Same to you.
Dave Walsh says, "Salmon's on. How are you, lad?
How are you doing? Not too bad now."
He's like the big shot that we pull in every so often.
Yeah, he's hard to book now. He's hard to book.
So,
well, I don't want to give too much.
I know, but you're right.
All the time.
You're keeping your value. You're keeping your value high there, Sam.
Exactly. Exactly. That's a great way of looking at it. This day 2 years ago, we were doing the parade. I put up the little clip of that was one of the funniest things ever. It was just out of the blue. We were doing a Happy St. Patrick's Day clip. I put it up on Instagram earlier on. And we were like, Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. And the two of us, me and Pete, looked at Mikey to give him his message. And he just turns to us and goes, "St. Patrick's Day, is it?" And he's in a green wig and a green jumper. And we're in the middle of a parade. It was just beautiful.
Yeah, it's kind of Cheltenham this year is like you're looking at it and you're thinking, geez, it's this time last year after people going to Cheltenham and then coming back and all this lockdown, serious lockdown happened. It's like, it's a whole year already.
Yeah.
Already. The only thing is, it feels.
Thanks for bringing it down there, Mikey.
Yeah. Right up here.
Actually, look, you can't at this stage. Do you know what? Will I go out to the parades and go live from there, or the Well, they mightn't call it a parade, but protest.
From where?
Isn't there protests going on in the city today?
Oh, is there?
Should turn up dressed up as St. Patrick.
Should we put bets on whether the guards are going to come and rattle some girls?
Rattling a cage, man. Rattling a cage.
Do you know something? You see, with the videos that I do, I think I said this yesterday. I think people think that I'm an anti-vaxxer or an anti the guards or whatever like that. But it's not that. I actually have the vaccine. And Mikey, you have the vaccine too, if you don't. I'm pretty sure. It's just that I'm anti I'm anti not having the crack or the lockdown or freedom or no freedom. I mean, that's what I'm anti. But and I don't think the protests are going to do much good. I just think people just have to. The only way to treat it, if you want to protest, is to do just do your life whatever way you want to, and let that be it. But anyway, that's mine.
I suppose, look, at the end of the day, they've been doing this crack for a year, and has it had any effect?
No. It's coming down, but it's coming down naturally.
No, but I mean, if you're going off protesting today on Paddy's Day, you're kind of pissing into the wind.
Pissing into the wind, yeah.
2,500 guards have been deployed today. I think it's the correct decision, says Oisin Ruxton. Yeah, look, probably right. Like, if you saw that fucking lad fire a firework at the guards a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, he'd want one shoved up the
we all know that that's not the bulk of people that are there. They're soundskins. They're just fucking frustrated at the way things are going. But with the way things are, there's definitely going to be a couple of dickheads in there that are going to do something stupid like that paint the whole thing bad.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
What's the point in turning up? Unless you can control that in some way. What do you think, Mikey?
Yeah. I kind of support what the protests are for and what
in a grander scheme.
What they're trying to get across in that. But yeah, as you say, there's bound to be some dickheads that turn up and just want to cause trouble and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But any tips on the next race? Or
do you know what I'm going to do, lads? I'm going to do Willie Mullins' horse at 11-1. Koshari. After me saying that it might be a British winner, Mikey's gone. He didn't take the news kindly.
I didn't know.
He's like, what? An English winner?
What I should have done on my phone is have a multi-screen open so I could look at the things. But I suppose I'll watch the TV now and see what they're saying and pick one.
Take the experts' advice.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna do Kashari, but do you know who I fancy now? Not fancy. I'm afraid of Thomas Darby.
Yeah. I think it'll be an outside someone on the fringes as well.
It could be.
I think Koshari could run well. I have a free €5 bet, so I'm going to use that on the exchange on.
I tell you what, for a handicap, they're fairly hammering the favourite.
They are, aren't they?
And there's 7 places on this race, so that's good.
Yeah,
it's great. It's great when the favourite is actually 6-1. So
I know I've got one person I think might, because he always picks up a Cheltenham winner, is Brian Cooper. So I'm at Sayo at 40-1. Going to stick a $5 on him because.
Wasn't it Brian Cooper that won on O'Connor?
Yeah.
and then he broke his leg the next year. He was going to be the next big thing.
This is like, Joe, we should have asked David Mullins on the podcast when he was on, because he's actually good mates with Brian Cooper.
Fuck it.
And Brian is an exceptionally talented jockey. And I don't know is it an attitude thing?
I think we've had this discussion before.
Feels like something we were talking about.
Yeah. Right, lads, I'm going to go for a piss. Keep the chat going.
Has any Mullins tips come in? Or
yeah.
Did he have many?
Well, he had Honeysuckle. He said Honeysuckle would win that race with the head tied between its legs, basically. So basically what Mullins did, he picked out favourites that weren't going to be beat. So he picked out Honeysuckle, Monkfish, Cashin Pessoir.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, well, obviously not. Who else did he pick? He didn't pick anything in the Gold Cup. Sir Gerhard, which is racing in the last race today. I think he mentioned Kilcroot. He said that he couldn't pick between Kilcroot and Sir Gerhard, but he'd like to see. He thinks Sir Gerhard might just pip it. So he didn't give too much away. But
yeah.
But if there's the podcast with him was very interesting. He was very, very interesting kind of guy to talk to, so won't complain about that. And we were very lucky to have him on. So
yeah, exactly.
Very lucky to have him on. You would have loved it. I know you were busy that day, Mikey. You would have loved that podcast.
Yeah, so I'm going to stick my.
Is he living still in Ireland and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's looking at a few different.
Actually, we must give him a text. We must give him a text to see would he have it. I'm sure he would have inside information.
I'm sure he does. Yeah. Free bets.
You said that, Chris, as if you're thinking to yourself, "There's no chance of him giving this any."
I don't think there's any chance of him giving it. He might. I'll text him. I'll text him in a couple of minutes after this race.
Yeah.
And see if he's got anything that might be. I'll wait until this, because this could be anyone, couldn't it? Like in this handicap, you know.
Yeah. Text him, see, does he want to come on as well?
Sure. He probably won't.
But we had great crack with him now, in fairness.
Did. He's a Soundoshkin, isn't he?
Oh, Soundoshkin, yeah. Because in fairness, we were sort of worried a little, because we'd seen other interviews and things that he'd been in, and we felt like he was like hard nut to crack.
Yeah, he just, the one thing about him just seemed that he just seemed that, well, I think it was the approach of the interviews, and I think he was a bit frustrated with some of the interviews after he had retired. And that came across. Even there might have been a little bit of an intimidation factor with Ruby, because that was the one I watched, that one, and then I watched the one on Off the Ball, and his basically view on it was like he wasn't loving it, and it's a hard job to fucking do if you don't love it.
Yeah.
So,
but sure, anything is hard to do if your heart's not in it.
Yeah, you know.
Hold on, lads. Let's turn this people off.
Why, is your dildo actually fully charged now, is it?
Yeah, it's fully charged now, 100%.
That's good.
Yeah. I have a connection to the mains.
It never turns off.
Oh my God, I can't believe that came out. Oh, Jesus.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to the Hardy Bucks from Noah Edwards. Cheers, Noah. And Rachel Coyne says, unless unless Rockerman was a agent provocateur, he ruined any possible chance of government easing restrictions. Maybe. Peter Cassidy is entering the room.
Peter Cassidy, the one and only. And he's early.
He's fucking he wants to come in, get this shit done. Peter Cassidy. Pete, look at you there.
Of the good weather there, I see.
What's happening, lads? What's the crack?
How are you doing, Pete? Are you well, mate?
We've a good crew on. Mikey, what is the story with you?
Not much. How are you keeping?
Surviving. I was doing a bit of painting there the other day, and I was painting the bathroom, but it starts to peel again. I was pissed off. So
what paint are you using, Pete?
I'm using a special paint for the dampness, but it's very watery. But I put it on. I'll have to put a second coat on, maybe. Here, I put on.
Is it dry? Is it dry before you're putting it on?
Go on, cowboy.
Is it dry before you're putting it on?
What'd you say?
Is it completely dry before you're painting it on?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was completely dry. Yeah.
Maybe. Do you know what I do next time?
Paint?
The wall. Maybe just if you had a blow dryer, you know the places that are peeling off.
Yeah.
Maybe blow dry it.
Oh, handy actually.
This is what the crowd have been waiting for, guys. This is decorating advice. For just setting up decorations.
It goes from setting up dildos to the mains to painting in one breath.
Any other tips, Steve?
Huh?
Any other tips?
I'm sure there'll be loads of tips by the end of this.
So I'll get the hairdryer at the next time.
Yeah, at the paint.
You weren't just being a cheap actor, Pete, huh?
Pardon?
You weren't being a cheap guy and got the cheapest thing you could get, or did you go for?
No. I didn't buy the paint. No, I didn't have any. The paint was there, so I'm just a painter. I'm not the consumer of the paint. I'm the user of the paint. So yeah. Oh, that's better. I can see the 3. I can see the 4E and me.
Yeah.
What is the crack? So, any tips, lads, or what's the story?
Well, are you going to bet on anything, Pete?
We had 2 winners. We've had
probably not.
No.
We've had six winners out of 9 races.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Here,
all right.
Seeing as Pete is the absolute novice and none, we'll just get him to pick either a number or a name of a horse, and then
pick a number there, Pete.
Between 1 and hold on. You didn't give him what he has to pick between.
Okay,
hold on a second. I'll give me 2 seconds.
23, is it?
23, I think, is the.
No, 26.
Yeah, 26.
Between 1 and 26. 5.
5.
Yeah.
So that's Monte Cristo with Daryl Jacobs on board. Nice, not bad. 6. So that's 16.5 on the exchange.
But it's only 11 to 1 on the fractions.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll stick a 5 around. We'll stick a 5.
Fraction.
I don't understand that, but I know 11 to 1.
So,
I don't understand odds or fractions or anything like that, correct? Like to say 11 to 1. It's 11 times to 1 it's going to win, or what does it mean?
No. If you put a euro on, you'll get 12 back.
Oh, that's
but if you back it on the exchange, it's
you
if you put 1 euro on, you get 16 back.
What do you mean by the exchange? What's the exchange?
It's like a tote. It's like a different betting. It's like a different
system. So basically, I can lay on the exchange. So if Cowboy wants to put money on, I can actually take his bet instead of the bookies. So I can give better odds.
But if I lose, he gets the money. But if I win, he loses the money. But I only lose my stake. He loses 16 times my stake.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't fully understand that.
Yeah, I don't understand that either, Pete.
We'll explain. We'll try and explain.
Yeah. I suppose the way you'd look at it is, the way if you put a euro on and it's 10 to 1, right?
You get
you get 10 euro back, but you lose that off the bookies. So you lose 10 euro plus your €1 back, right? it's the exact same. Only instead of losing it off the bookies, Stephen would be getting it off me, and I might think that this horse isn't 10-1. He's actually 15-1. And I can set the odds up on my end higher than what the bookies are setting.
So he's trying to entice me to not use the bookie shop to bet against Chris's odds instead. So he's playing the bookmaker. Well, he's not. Like, I mean, someone is
licensed to do this.
No, it's all legit.
It's all legit, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's exchange.
I never heard that.
Yeah, it's the exchange, or it's the tote. The tote is a different thing again. The tote, you could have different.
The tote is kind of built on combination betting, though.
Yeah, and also
what's the story with American betting? They have a different way of doing it altogether.
They do, because it's all government ran. It's the government that profit. It's not the bookmakers. It's the government that set the fraction, or not. They don't set the fractions, but there's someone making the odds, and any money that's put through betting companies in America it's government. It's the government that make a profit.
But they have a different way of saying 5-1. They've got like.
Well, they don't. If it was 5-1, they'd say 5-1. But they have different. They do different ways of split fractions. Like instead of 6-4, they go 3-2.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they go 85-40, or they go like 13-8, or shit like that. You know.
Yeah, they. It's almost like they've tried to make it simpler, but they've actually made it more complicated.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead of 10-3, they might have it 100-33.
Yeah, something like that. Or and the
I
reason
foundation match, lads. It was.
You should have gone to the bookie. You see, if you were going to the bookies, you'd actually pick up fucking mats a lot quicker because you wouldn't want to be losing money.
Yeah, foundation match, lads. Foundation match.
But
I'm
another.
just going to nip off for a second. I'll be back.
All right,
Mikey.
Mikey.
Where are you going?
But the thing about it as well about the American betting is like you like it's very much combination betting there too. A lot of them don't even look at the horses. They're going for the trifectas and the the trifectas and the forecast, and they don't call it a forecast. What's it called? Oh, it is. No, it's a forecast. And then the four of them then is the.
They do the accumulation.
Yeah, a lot of them on the same race. They're going for the big money.
Okay, I get you.
Noah Edwards asked a question. He was asking, how fun was it to? How fun was the Hardy Bucks to film, and are you proud of it?
Oh yeah, of course we're proud of it. Yeah, it was great crack to film.
Yeah, it was great crack, and probably love to do it again. Yeah, anything.
I think anyone that's involved has to be proud of it.
Yeah.
Like I think it's. Well, I know it was up until recently one of the only franchises, or whatever you want to call it, to go from YouTube to the national broadcaster to Universal.
Yeah, and Netflix. It was the only Irish. It was the only Irish series to go to Netflix.
But there's a few more on there as well. Like the Young Offenders were on there, and RT sold a bunch of stuff.
They did.
Mars, is it?
That's Marsipants. Yeah, look at him there.
He's
getting
cheeky.
big, isn't he?
He is getting big, isn't he?
Where's Pluto?
Apollo.
Apollo, the king of the gods.
Pluto will be back. Pluto will be there the next time. You'll have three of them.
Is this race starting now, lads? Is that on?
Yeah, this race has started, Pig.
How much money have you on this, Cowboy?
I've only a tenner because it's a handicap, and I've done Kashari. I've done them each way though.
What's handicap?
It's a handicap is
he's
number
walking,
one.
He's running with clutches, is he?
Yeah. A handicap is where they're all different weights. So number one is the top weight, and we'll say number 26 in this case has the lowest weight. So technically, if you were to go by the handicapper is the fellow that sets the weights of the horses
to even it out, like
to even it out.
Okay. So
So technically they should all finish in a line, but they don't. You know, so that's what
What,
it would be.
What the jockey? They've got fat lads on the horses, is it?
well,
they add weight. They add weight
to the saddles.
But I would prefer if they got fatter jockeys.
Yeah.
Be like, we've got Gavigan coming in on the fucking bottom weight. Sure, look.
I know. No, that'd be funny. So how's it going there? You can't watch it live, can you? You'd get done for streaming, would you?
No, it's live here.
Okay. You won't get done. You won't get flagged, will you?
No, it doesn't look like it. You see, my head is in the way.
Oh, okay.
That's just a big TV in the background with nothing on it. For anyone that's actually
look at that. The horses are on.
Don't say stuff like that. You'll get it banned.
It's not like there's a big race meeting going on at this point.
Never heard of horses.
We're chatting about future races.
Have we many people watching, Chris?
We have, I think, about 25 or 30.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Nice, yeah.
So thanks for everyone jumping on.
Hello, everyone. We're very casual about it, aren't we? We're just
That's the way to do it.
Well, as I said, we'll put a link up in the. So we've decided we're going to put a link up in the Patreon page for anyone that would like to become a patron. They can jump on and have the crack with us. Very simple.
Yeah. And we got another patron today, which was great. So thank you very much.
Yeah, brilliant. Good stuff. Thanks very much for jumping on, lads. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Keeps us in jocks and hopefully save us up for hair restoration. Except in Chris.
Yeah.
The only one that doesn't need hair restoration is Mikey.
That's because he got it.
Yeah, he doesn't have to go back for round 2 yet.
He got the hair restoration already. They did a fine job with Mikey. Where'd you go?
Yeah, I know. It's but the only thing I got it on the cheap, so I have to do before and after adverts and stuff.
Was it the Mayo Clinic? Was it?
Yeah. I kind of hold myself out, like so.
Yeah.
Dr. Glavy done it.
Is he doing hair restoration these days? Is he?
Breed is doing it for him.
Very good.
Very good.
What else was I going to say? So who have you picked in this Cowboy?
Well, I picked Kashari.
I stuck my €5 free bet on Monte Cristo for you, Pete. So if that loses, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, but also I put 5 each way on Monte Cristo for you, Pete, as well. So
thanks very much, lads. Fucking hell, Jesus Christ!
It doesn't mean that you get the money if we win.
No.
You get to see us.
Moral victory for you, Pete.
Well, do you know what, Pete? I'm going to stick a couple of euro on him, and if it wins, you can have it.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Well, I've also got a $5 each way on Seo.
Okay.
Very
good.
See, that's the trouble with these handicaps, Pete. These are more difficult. I don't expect this one to win. Well, I do.
How do you know so much about it?
It's just literally years and years. I just fell in love with the game through my grandfather originally, and then through my father as well. Just love the sport. I love the whole industry. From even if I wasn't betting on this, I would especially love to see Irish horses winning in England or France or America or Dubai or Australia or Hong Kong. Or
would you like a horse? Would you like to have a horse?
Oh, I'd love it, Pete. The only thing is, I think I would literally just live beside the horse. I know that if I owned a horse, especially a racing horse, I would think I would. And the funny thing is, Pete, I've never actually been on a horse because obviously I'm probably a bit big for a horse. But
I get your horse. You wouldn't be too big.
Yeah, you get me a horse.
How do you get into it, Chris?
I suppose I started watching. No. Dad. I remember Dad would watch the Grand National when I was a young lad, but I suppose I kind of got into it just drinking in pubs and knowing lads that are into horse racing and stuff. I love live racing. I love going to I like live events. Full stop. So I remember going to the Galway races when I was 18 and had a fucking wild time altogether. And after that, I was just like, horse racing is the fucking shit, man. So good. And go to horse racing live changes the way you look at it as well, because it's easy to watch on. It can be easy to watch on TV, and they all look the same. But when you're down and you're watching a horse come in, they're fucking massive. Some of these horses are fucking ginormous, and they just fly past you, and you're like watching where these jockeys are falling from, and the way they're cruising over fences or hurdles. Yeah,
even the smell of them. If you can get down near the rails, the smell of them is different when they're racing.
Smell of the jockeys.
No, yeah. Mikey, how did you get into it?
Yeah, I was just going to ask that. How did you get?
Yeah, probably just with a little family bet on the Grand National, something like that, and then just kind of the big races and going to the pub and watching them and stuff, and then just gradually kind of every so often putting a few bets on.
Nice.
But I wouldn't be that as much into it as the lads, like. But I know understand what the odds are on, and then when you put an each way bet on, it's just you're covering. If it finishes, you get different odds if it finishes first, second, third, or fourth, depending on how many. Or like I'd say there'd be up to 5 or 6 on an each way bet in this race because there's so many horses.
Seven, Mikey, 7.
Is it? Okay.
that's a special. Like that's a special. Oh, that's Apollo.
That's Apollo, yeah.
Do you know? And I'll tell you why. What the first incidents I had with betting was my grandfather. There used to be this thing in the Star where if you picked horses to follow, 10 horses to follow throughout the season, and you get points with how they do, or if they come first, second, or third, a bit like fantasy football. And my grandfather won it, and the bet was £100 free bet or bets on whatever bookmakers there was. So he won it anyway. I think there was a grand final or grand prize, but I think this was like the monthly prize, and he won that. And we had both picked out the horses, so he shared.
I heard about that story. He got plastic surgery and he moved to America then, didn't he?
That's a different thing. But I picked. I've never seen him since.
He got a couple of inches taken off, did he?
It was only 12 then. It was near the size of Mikey's then. But anyway, we put the thing is, it was meant to be €100 bets that you could put on all different horses, but then they rang and said that they made a mistake in the paper, that it was a joint winners, and they said that you get €100 bet, but it can only be on one horse. It can only be on one race. And we put it on Isterbrack, the only time it fucking lost to Cheltenham, or one of the times. The only time it lost to Cheltenham. Came second.
You put the 100 on the one horse?
Yeah, you had to.
You couldn't have put it each way, no. It had to be on the nose.
No. Well, he could have probably done it each way, but Isterbrack would have been too short. But I remember my grandfather saying that's probably the best thing that ever happened to you. And he said that'll put you off horse the rest of now. But it didn't.
It created a monster.
I wanted more.
I think.
How long does the race go on for?
So it depends. Some of them are only 5 furlongs. Some of them, this one is
2.5.
What's it? 3 miles, 2.5.
2.5, yeah.
2.5. Sometimes the Grand National is 1/8 of a mile.
Oh.
Yeah, 1/8 of a mile.
There's hardly one that goes on for like 50 kilometers.
No.
No, the
About
Grand
4 miles,
the Grand
4 mile
National
one.
is 4.5 miles, isn't it?
4-1, I thought, but it
4-1.
could be.
Be cool if there's a big cross Ireland race. That should be called that Grand National.
yeah.
And they have to.
I'll tell you the story about why it's called a steeplechase now in a minute. Who's this dude?
Is it Seo?
No, it's not.
Oh, no.
Did you jump over something?
15.
How are they getting on, lads? Who's winning?
Oh, he's down.
Who's down?
Some horse, I don't know.
My man.
No.
My man is down. Who's my man?
No, none of us won that. Heaven
Your man is
helps
coming.
us.
He's going to be placed, though, Chris.
Heaven helps us. Heaven helps us is the one.
Well, it's definitely an English horse because I can tell by your man's teeth he's English.
The cheat.
You tell by his teeth.
It's actually an Irish horse, Paul Hennessy's horse.
Stop.
Yeah.
Well, is the jockey
Richard Condon was on.
It's kind of like losing your virginity. It's a bit of an anticlimax.
I don't know about that, Pete.
He actually won at Leopardstown last time out. Heaven help us.
Well, harsh me, another Irish winner.
Here, lads, I'll have to sign off because I haven't eaten all day, so I'm going to have
All
to.
right, dude.
Mikey, it was good to see you, mate.
Yeah, love you guys. See ya.
Right, Mikey. I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
What do you think? What do you think he's going doing, Pete?
I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what he's going to do.
No,
that was a bit of crack. That was a bit of crack.
Our ones didn't come in at all, lads.
No.
It was. Did Monte Cristo come in?
No.
Are you sure?
Carrigneish came second and T Clipper. But here, listen to this. 1, 2, 3, all Irish.
What was second? So
Nicky Henderson was second, but it was an Irish horse. Tom Lacey was third, with Jonathan Burke on board. So 33-1, Heaven Help Us came first. 17
So that is 1, 2, 3 Irish today and 5 Irish yesterday.
5 Irish yesterday, yeah.
8 out of 10.
They could fucking hit
They could.
Had 2 big favorites in like.
Yeah.
There should be like, again, Catching Poissoir, Easyland.
No, Easyland is French.
Oh, Easyland's French, yeah. But Kilcrew, but he's trained in Ireland, isn't he?
No, he's trained in France.
Oh, is he? And then obviously Kilcrew or Sir Gerhard in the last. So
that's right, and it was Kilcrew that David Mullins gave as a bit of a tip.
Yeah.
Is that,
well, he said he'd be happy with either Kilcrew or Sir Gerhard.
Yeah, and then he said he's a feeling he'll be happy at the end of that race.
So see, Kilcrew is out of Willie's yard, and Gerhard was bred by a friend of his.
That's right.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. Jay, he was saying to be happy either way.
Yeah, I think his friend passed
or his
away.
Auntie, was his auntie or something?
No, one of them is Auntie bred, and the other one his friend owned, but he passed away.
Yeah.
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
Something like that. But I think I'm right there.
I think you are too. So you have a few points, lads, eh?
We are.
Yep. I climbed the rig this morning, Pete.
Oh yeah, how'd you get on?
Oh, great.
Pete, you were right.
I bet I was right.
Well, you were right about why I was wrong.
Yes. I knew that was the case. But
and you know what? That's not the first time that's happened.
No, and it probably won't.
No, you're an awful bollocks.
Won't be the last. Won't be the last either. Yeah.
It's like a competition to get up to the top first.
Cock pheasant. See this cock pheasant in the field, lads.
Stop! I love cock pheasants.
He couldn't see him. Hang on. The cat is trying to.
You were just going to say, "I love cock."
Can't see him there, but the cat is trying to chase him there in the backfield.
Because
Can't really
I would
see.
want to watch out. Okay,
You can't-
so Neil O'Toole said, lads, got my first 10K run in 4 months done yesterday. Primary
Excellent, Neil.
Wild Bucks at Way 2022.
Yeah,
Brilliant,
no,
brilliant.
excellent. 10K is a beautiful run.
Yeah.
10K is fucking tough distance.
Yeah.
Tough distance.
Yeah.
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 I still fucking I've injured my knee. I find fucking any running now very difficult.
Are you still bad? Are you still bad with the pig?
It's getting a lot better, but I'm just running on soft ground and slowly coming back. You know.
Did you get to see the pheasant?
I didn't see. He came back. The cat came back with the pheasant in his mouth. You missed it.
No way.
No, I didn't. He didn't. I didn't get to see him. I seen him, but he couldn't show up on camera. But I think there's a fella around here. He let a load of pheasants go wild.
Yeah, I'm sure. My neighbour let a load of pheasants go wild years ago. Like a load of them. I think it was like 100 of them. He bred them, and then let them go. But he didn't like in the idea that they'd grow up and then he could shoot them.
Yeah. But
You know what I mean?
I don't think they're native to Ireland at all. Apparently.
But were they not?
Pheasants.
Are they not?
I think they were brought in.
Back in English again, is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mix of the same.
I'm not too sure.
Right, listen, I have to go for another quiz. I have to go for another whiz, lads. Once you break the seal.
Sure, why didn't you bring the phone with you?
Look, you wouldn't be able to see the lot of it. You wouldn't be able to see the lot of it on the screen.
Apparently hedgehogs aren't native to Ireland as well, but I could be
Really?
stand corrected now on that one. It mightn't be.
Okay.
It mightn't be native.
They might or might not be. Well, does anyone put into the comments if you know anything about nature and the hedgehogs? Are they native to Ireland?
Exactly.
I need to know this.
I know there's a few animals that aren't native to Ireland, but it'd be interesting to find out. I look dog rough in this video.
I don't know. You look grand. Looks like a nice day out there. It's much sunnier here in Dublin. Surprisingly.
Is it? It's kind of overcast here, though. It's a bit overcast. Looks like it's going to rain any minute.
Yeah,
but
you can turn this around to look outside.
Oh, it looks nice. Nice.
Okay.
Not too bad.
Another boring estate there, lads.
Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. So have you had many comments? Did anybody win in that last race?
Anyone winning the race there, lads? Yeah, I don't know.
So what's the next race coming up?
Next race is going to be in. I'm looking at my phone because there's too much going on the laptop.
Okay, I get you.
Do. Right, lads. More Guinness and a sausage.
Did you wash your hands?
I did, of course.
The next race is at 3:05. It's got a very heavy flavour in there called Chatham Poursois, owned by Willie Mullins, and we'll have Paul Townsend on board. Again, tipped by our good friend, our long friend, time friend, David Mullins.
Oh, this is the one he picked.
Yeah, but look, Honeysuckle won, and it would have been 9-4 when he backed it. That would have been great. Monkfish he tipped, and he backed this one as well. We tipped 5. Oh, in Voy Allen.
And Voy Allen, and then he said Kilcruge and Sir Gerhard. So you have to. I went with Sir Gerhard in the last.
But I went with Kilcruge.
So.
How long does the Cheltenham go on for? Total.
4 days.
4 days.
Well, 4 days, is it? It's a long time.
Yeah, it's
and the biggest race is on the last day.
Is it?
Gold Cup, yeah.
Okay. And tell me this: would there be much of a turnaround now? Would like a lad, he'd be racing a couple of times in the day, would he?
Well, most of them would run. All the top ones would run in every race.
Oh, would they? So, like, say if you just finished that race, he'd have to get ready for the next race.
Yeah, you'd have half an hour to get ready.
Yeah.
Half an hour. Wow.
Yeah.
Test.
And you might have to lose a pound before the next race.
Yeah, might have to sit in the sauna to lose a pound in between races.
Lose the pound? Why is that? For the
For
handicap?
the weight,
Is it?
or you'll be overweight.
Yeah, you'll be overweight. You get punished by the handicapper.
Oh, wow.
They'll add weight to the horses. There's lots of...
That'll probably be more for flat racing, but probably could happen in the jumps as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow. What you got? You'd hear... I think after I watched a documentary with AP McCoy, and he was talking about, you know, having super hot baths on a regular basis to try and fucking lose as much weight as possible. You know, he was saying that was one of the hardest things to do because he wouldn't have eaten anything solid for a day or two. Then having these super hot baths to try and sweat out as much.
And then P, remember, you have to try and lose that weight, and you're exhausted and you can't eat, and then you have to ride a horse at 35, 40 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
And and hold it together.
Yeah, and fucking stay on the horse.
Stay on the horse.
Fucking as it flies over fucking fences or whatever.
I remember I met Calzaghe before, and he said that was the hardest thing about boxing, making the weight. He said it was the hardest thing. He loved the boxing and everything. And he said,
who's that? Joe Calzaghe?
Joe Calzaghe, yeah.
He said it was one of the hardest things ever. And I was like, you'd think it'd be in the ring, it'd be the hardest thing, but he said he loved the ring. But like the jockeys, would that be one of the reasons why some of them maybe fall off the horse as well? They're fucking so dehydrated.
Quite possible.
Could be. Like they run, like, see where a boxer would be dehydrated for a couple of days.
And then he can eat and drink afterwards once he makes the weight. Yeah.
It's just about hitting one weight. Whereas a jockey might have to make weight 4 or 5 days in a row, multiple different weights during the day. So, it's like they could be a couple of months.
Have to make. So you're saying like he could be riding in one race and then
jump into a sauna to lose a pound or two for the next race. As Cowboy said, it's more, that would be more in the flat racing, but definitely it has an effect on the jump racing as well.
Oh, 100%.
That's the story with show jumpers. Can they be fat lads then?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think there's any weight restrictions on the show jumpers.
Okay. I think they'd have to be light too, though, wouldn't you? Because they're jumping.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you'd have to be in shape.
Well, it's better for the horses, like.
Yeah. Jeez.
Like, David Walsh reckons that we all look dog rough, to be fair, which he's probably right. The guy's not a sniff of a winner.
I had 6 pints last night. Then I climbed the rig this morning, and now I'm on my 5th pint here. So I deserve to be rough.
You actually look better. You look the best to us.
I don't think so. I mean,
I don't know what that says about me, but thanks, Pete. I wasn't drinking at all. Didn't climb the rig.
I can tell the cheeks are going red now from the Guinness.
Yeah, there you go.
The crow is starting to come out, Pete.
Crow is starting to go out. Well, is this my last race before the crow comes? I have to go.
Well, we can always close down the stream before the crow comes anyway.
Yeah,
and none of us have to be in a room looking after him, Pete.
That's true. If anybody's wondering what the crow is, it's Cowboy's alter ego when he gets drunk. The crow comes out. He starts to look like them crows out of the Bugs Bunny cartoons that steal the corn.
we told a story on the podcast with Sinead Quinn in there the last about the crow coming out at the time me and you were in Wexford. That was so funny.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, go to that podcast after we finish that stream and listen to
hear about the crow.
The silky tones of Peter Cassidy telling the story.
You're making the Guinness look nice, lads.
It's not bad.
You're making it look nice. So yeah.
The same glass that I brought up to the rig.
You brought a pint of Guinness up the rig?
Yeah, I had a pint of Guinness at the top.
All right. That's fair enough. Wow.
Shane Masterson says, "Happy St. Patrick's Day, lads."
Same to you, Shane. Shane is a good supporter of us, and thank you so much, Shane.
Thanks, Shane.
And same to you and many of them.
Yeah. So this will be this race. You just again, like, it has a favorite that's way out.
A bit like Monkfish. This horse should win.
Yeah, second favorite is 9-1.
10-1 here now. And it's Irish too.
Paul Nichols, or put the kettle on. So political log is 9-1 now.
Oh, okay. So Henry de Barmhead's originally was second favourite. Now he's down to 10-1. Okay. I think you've done Pitted Log, have you?
No, I've got Check.
No, do you know who's done Pitted Log? Francie. Remember Francie?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Very good.
No, I've got Check and Postoir.
Yeah, I've him in a Yankee or I just thought to myself there, I hear voices in my ear, but I haven't turned the fucking television down all the I was like, am I schizophrenic today? I'm not a schizophrenic, and neither am I.
Or I'm not a schizophrenic, everybody else is.
Like, you actually think you're on the live stream at the moment. The reality is you're in a padded room.
Oh.
Well, if it is, it's a nice way to spend it.
No. Good stuff.
Yeah, so fucking this race could be, like, this race is important for my lucky 63. That's all I'm saying. This one goes down, the whole fucking world collapses. Even though I'm up a couple of quid.
Okay.
So who do you want to win, Chris?
Choucan Persois.
Check and Persois. So
okay, and you win a big lot of money then if you win.
Well, no, it keeps the bet alive.
Keeps the bet alive.
Okay.
Like in a lucky 63, you pick 6 horses.
Okay.
So I've got 3 now.
Okay.
And
3 out of 3.
3 out of 3.
Oh, nice.
You don't like you need 5 out of the 6 to make any decent money. 6 is going to make you proper fucking money, really. Like,
okay. Nice.
But like 5, you're gonna have a nice few pound back as well.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, also it depends. You could if you had one big price in it, Pete. Like we'll say, if you had a 5 or 6 to 1 in it or bigger, even if you had 4, that'd make it up because you'll have a single, you'll have doubles, you'll have triples, and you'll have a quadruple. Okay, or you'll have a Yankee. But it's as good as a Yankee.
Yeah.
But a Yankee is 4 horses. A Yankee is 4 horses, and a lucky or a lucky 15. A lucky 31 is 5 horses, and also it's some other name for it.
A Yankee. It's a new one on me.
Yeah, and then there's a Heinz and there's a Super Heinz, and then
a Heinz is 6, the Super Heinz is 7.
Oh, is that it? And then there's a Goliath, it must be 8.
Yeah.
But a Goliath is 247 bets. It's crazy. So €1 Goliath would be
247 euro. Yeah.
But you can do it like 10 cents, and that would be a 10-cent Goliath would be 24.47.
Like my cash out before this race I actually have two on the lucky 63 one, not 3. Is actually €55 and €35 profit. So at this with four races to go, it's obviously not too bad.
But when this one goes up,
right,
it'll be a lot more.
Whoa.
Reen, you well?
How are the boys?
I keep calling you Reen.
You're all right.
Ryan,
what's the crack?
Ryan Bailey.
Not much now. Just a lovely hat, Pete.
Yeah, it's a lovely hat you're wearing.
Are you in Donegal colours today? Are you?
I am. I'm in Donegal colours is right. All fucking green and yellow.
How could you do that to your native Sligo?
Ara fucking.
Fair enough.
How are you keeping, Ryan?
I'm not too bad. I'm just down the road, so I am now. Just back out to Limerick, so I'm looking forward to blowing money on horses.
Good stuff.
You know a lot about the horse racing as well, do you? You're big into it.
I know as much as yourself, Pete, now, to be honest. and I hope you don't know much.
I don't know fuck all.
No, I wouldn't have much of a notion of it now.
I have the same glass, Ryan.
I found it in the press. I said I'd nick it. Bring it down with me.
Good stuff.
It'll do the job.
They were giving them free at the beginning of the Six Nations. If you bought, I think it was like 4 cans of Guinness, you got a pint.
Yeah.
Well,
Pint glass.
handy.
So I bought 24 and I got 6 cans
I got 24
or
today myself.
six glasses.
You got 6
Oh, happy
glasses.
days.
Nice.
Did you get any luck today so far?
We've had over the 2 days. We've had. I think we've only had 2 losers.
Yeah.
That's
We've
brilliant, lad.
We've the two. I've had a double
3
this
losers.
morning.
3 losers. Sorry, 3 losers.
Yeah, I've had a double this morning, so it's not too bad so far.
Happy days. Did you hear about your man's horse, the buck from Brayford?
Yeah.
No. What happened?
Fucking
He
hell, he came
won.
in at 80 to 1.
80 to 1.
Oh, Ting was on about that last night in the podcast, wasn't she?
No, I won.
You
no,
were on
Chris
about. Chris was on about. Yeah, that's right.
So for anyone that doesn't know what podcast we done last night, we done a podcast with Angelina Nugent last night, and she was absolutely incredible. She's great crack. Great crack.
Yeah, so check it out. Yeah.
Sláinte Ryan.
Cheers, man, to good health.
Good health, mate. Good health.
I have no pint in front of me. I'm driving.
You're on the bike, Peter, yeah?
I'm on the bike. Is right, yeah.
Not too bad.
Good stuff.
Oh, man, above.
Oh, geez, that horse keeps going in even further and further. I was going to actually back him again single.
Check his bar.
Yeah, but now he's just gone into.
Yeah, he's gone 8 to 15 now.
Oh, has Pitchalog been taken out?
Yeah.
So that's made my bet up altogether.
Why?
Because the odds have shortened. The reason the odds have shortened so quickly was because the second favourite was taken out of the race.
Okay, so now the 2 favourites are taken out, are they?
No. The favourite's still there. Second favourite was taken out.
Okay.
Did it tell you why Pitchalog has been taken out?
No, he might have been lame. He might have burst his shoe on the way down. You don't know. But then again, if he shot a shoe,
they'd reshoe him.
They'd reshoe it.
Yeah. Would they? Did have books there to reshoe the?
They have a bunch of farriers on site just in case the shoe comes off. They'll get done like that.
There'd be a farrier and there'd be a vet down at the start line.
Yeah.
Would they?
Yeah.
You get it done in no time, like.
But then it wouldn't be just Cheltenham. That'd be P. That'd be in Ballinrobe.
That'd be every horse race. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's handy. It's hard enough to put on shoes in a horse.
These boys will have it done in they don't do it so quickly. Like
I'll put it to you this way, P. It'd be hard for me or you to do it.
Fair enough. I thought about going into that business myself, being a farrier.
Fucking well paid.
Then I realized I don't have a clue about horses.
For sure.
Davy Walsh said that he has a busted blood vessel.
Davy Walsh does. I hope he gets better.
How did Davy Walsh bust a blood vessel?
I don't know. He was obviously on the way down to the start line himself. So
He was on the hand pump, was he?
Maybe.
He was jizzing off to Mikey.
Oh, Martin's on the fucking shout. Martin, will you jump on for the crack, will you? We'll send Martin a fucking...
Reading your speakers off.
You're back on there now.
Yeah, come on.
Good stuff.
I'm trying to prop this up right now. It'll do the job.
Good stuff.
Fucking crack on in there, mate. Okay, fair.
I'm going to jump off for a few seconds, lads, and I'll jump back on. Okay.
Do. Yeah. You can leave the screen on, P. Just leave it there, or if you need the phone, yeah.
Yeah, hang on. All right, boys. Take it easy.
Chat to you in a few.
Yeah. Bye.
Look.
See you later.
And then there was 3.
Number 3 is right.
We'll probably go, Chris, until the end of the next race. We'll probably end this around quarter to.
Whenever you want, mate. Whenever you want.
Around quarter to 4. Well, I'm going to probably end it around quarter to 4. But you keep going. If there's crack on, you keep going, right? I have noticed.
Anything for crack.
I have noticed though that Kilcruit has gone into 6 to 5.
Yeah.
A lot of money for Kilcruit.
I'm actually putting a treble on as we speak, just to for the next 3 favourites.
Right, I've done Shakan Shapur, Easyland, and Kilcruit in the treble. But I've also done Tiger Roll. Tiger Roll is actually the end of my Yankee.
Yeah, Maloney is on the way in.
Oh my God!
The man, the myth.
How are you getting on, Martin?
Back cunts. Stevie, country scrap. Moving shit all on me Toblerone. Come into the world alone, you go out the world alone. You know
I wish I was there to give you a hand, my friend.
I wish I was on the N17. You know what I mean?
Know.
But Luke O'Neill's fucked it.
How you keeping, mate? Happy Paddy's Day.
Happy Paddy's Day to yourselves. I'm trying to get enough shit done so I can then go and get myself a few fucking well-deserved looseners.
Are you going to have a few pintings?
Oh, fucking too right I am. If I can get time. Talking to my dad today, he was like, the lovely letting, and you're moving a house, you know. Fucking hell, man.
Good old Vinny boy.
Yeah, who's this hard shot? Who's the hard shot? The green.
Oh, okay.
Ryan here, Ryan Bailey.
Ryan
you might
Bailey.
do a podcast with Ryan one of the days.
Fucking why not, man? Why not?
Right, that was right.
Oh.
Martin, before you go any further, you should do that impression of your father. Do you remember the time we done the Roisin Dove, and you kept imitating your father? But I got so drunk for the few days that I started imitating your father as well, and then I meant.
And you started to look like. Look at that, and big beast.
And then I started imitating your father in front of the rest of your family, and I don't think they appreciated it too much.
You must have done a bad impression. Or you must have made him look good. I'm waiting for fucking Rodney Dullahan to help me here, hey.
Stop. He's a legend.
Cowboy, is that your sound in the background, is it?
No.
Right, Ryan, do you have the racing on the background, do you?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting a lot of feedback here.
I was talking to his dad today. I said, did you put any bets on for Cheltenham? And he was saying, how can I? I don't even know how to get to the pub. You have to have an online thing and not go to the computers. So I was like, he must have saved himself a few quid that way.
Oh, look at the beast.
Yeah. In Liverpool, we call that an alley.
Fucking
Kirsty alley job.
Fucking
fair play. Martin, it's great to fucking see you, man.
Fucking you're the only one on this podcast that'll see a pub today anyway.
Oh, fucking fact. Unless Stevie's opening up the Shebean.
Okay. Might open up the Shebean later on. We must get out to you again, man. Are things opened up back in Sweden?
It's the same shite it was, minus instead of it being a 10 o'clock close, it's 8 o'clock now. So I just get the skids under me now. But there's people who said fucking help, considered.
Anyone that we have to give out to?
Oh, I'll tell you later. Love is like a high prison wall.
How's the moving crack going on?
It's fucking awful, man.
Stressful.
I didn't realise how much shite I'd accumulated over the years. It's one of them, I'll take care of it later, and now I'm taking care of it in one go, so I have to get rid of an awful lot of stuff. It's mostly my stuff. So I'll be spending the next week or two just getting rid of shite I don't need, really. I might do a bit of a thing on eBay, like
you're not one for throwing stuff away now, in fairness.
A bit of a fucking hoarder, I suppose. I'm not talking like where there's like cat shit in the hallway and like there's nowhere to wash yourself kind of stuff. But just shit like, oh, I might have good use for that, but I'm gonna have to adopt the minimalism kind of lifestyle now and just be like, fuck it off. I was looking up a bit of fucking practical crack about getting rid of stuff, and it's Ohio, only handle it once, fuck it off. But the thing is, I keep my stuff well. You know what I mean? It's like,
you've always kept stuff in good nick. In fairness, I'll give you that.
Good to keep. I could do keep me fucking self in good nick. Do you know what I mean? Once I'm all fucking settled into this new place, I'll get a little broadcast job going and a bit of crack. You
look good, Martin. You look good.
I'm fucking stressed to the gills, man. Stressed to the gills.
Although you look a bit pale, but I think that's just the camera.
Well, it's just my face.
It's just Sweden.
Fucking Liverpool scored, did they?
I don't know what he's shouting at. Should the fucking race, or am I that far behind here in the race?
Into the Spandau Ballet crack, yeah. Did you win the touch, Ryan? Did you win the touch?
These fucking lunatics in the house won't stop shouting.
Did you win the race?
Is only just off.
Huh?
The race is only off.
Yeah.
I fucking know that. Things must be
want
a fucking
Marshall. Do you want a Marshall, lads?
Fucking mail it to me.
Yeah, fucking I have a lot of musical shit here. I don't know if I've got a PS3 here now. I don't know. I can't remember if it works or not.
Fucking hell! I would have bought that PS3. Of the PS4 and the PS5, my youngest son didn't want it. He wanted the PS3 this year.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't want the PS5?
I said, "What do you want?" He said, "The PlayStation 3." He said,
"PS3 Eindhoven."
Yeah, he wants the better games on it. That's what I got him. I got him a new PS3.
Days Gone's a fucking brilliant game, man. The zombie game I was playing, and you can get that now for free if you have the PlayStation 5. You can download it from PS Now.
Did you get a PS5?
Did I? No, I didn't. I was at Jono's house last weekend. There's a console. There's fucking 2 consoles in every room. TVs, a lot.
Fucking
whole gang of them out there playing each other on fucking Fortnite, Warzone, all that shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Scrapping it out.
Oh, did Collie come on yet? Did he?
No.
No.
I bet he'd be doing something. He'd be doing some fucking paid work with Paddy Power, will he?
Maybe. I'm surprised he hasn't been on.
Is there lads coming to the door just stuffing brown envelopes in? He's like, "Would you win the envelopes, man?"
We'd love it happen to us all.
Oh, mate, tell you, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. I'd pay some other cunt to do it, and I wouldn't be moving into where I'm moving into. Or would I?
Look, the brown envelopes will come soon enough.
Oh, please God, please God. Yeah, could be. I'll fucking look. But look, there's a fucking DOS house over there for you when you're over next time. Like,
Can't fucking wait. Can't fucking wait,
man. It was
DOS
great,
Palace, man.
When
DOS
did we
Palace.
go? When did we go? November, was it?
Yeah, November.
12.
Okay. So Jack and Passoir just after hitting the front.
Look, come here, I'm going to let you off now, lads, because I'm fucking behind time here. I need to get shit done if I want to get myself a few gorgeous solutioners to take the edge off.
Give us a shout later on when you're in the pub, and we'll have fucking crack then.
I will do, Chris.
Good to see you. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you.
Chris, like a brother to me.
Cheers, Martin. Take care.
He's beat.
Right.
Love you, lads.
Oh, lovely pint of Guinness there, Ryan.
He's fucking beat. He's beat.
But he's beat by an Irish horse, so it wasn't too bad.
Good luck and good luck.
Fucking great.
Good luck and good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck, Martin. We'll see you later on.
Enjoy the racing. Good luck. Take care.
Gotcha.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that's cuntish, man.
That's a bit of a sickener. I think he was beat even into third.
He didn't jump great from the once he hit the front that last one. You wanted him to take a stride or two, but fuck me. Yeah.
Is that Henry de Bromhead's?
That was Henry de Bromhead's, yeah.
Okay, so at least
Aidan Coleman. Put the kettle on is the name of the horse.
Oh Christ, we didn't even get second.
No.
Look,
all the favourites weren't going to win.
Well, I thought this year they fucking might.
I was hoping they would. That's a shame now. It's a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. So J Del was Owen's supposed to be on Twitch today.
Oh, is he?
I don't know. Yeah, he set up a Twitch channel, so that'll be a bit of crack.
I don't even know what Twitch is. What's Twitch, Ryan?
It's a similar sort of job to this, I think. Only you can only live stream on it.
All right.
As far as I know. I've never been on it now, to be honest. You get the odd stream.
I've got a Twitch account to watch some of the podcasters and stuff like that.
Right.
We'll look into it. Maybe set up like an old gaming bit of crack. Just playing fucking
Look,
FIFA.
I know damn all about gaming, but I love the crack anyway. So that's the main thing.
It'd be good crack being the worst fucking gamers out there as well.
Yeah, I remember being on a thing with balls.e with Owen Colligan, and I literally didn't have a clue I didn't even know how to use the controller. So to make it, actually, we got well paid for that. To make it look like I knew what I was doing, we actually swapped controllers, me and Owen. So I was, but then in my head I was like, it was trying to get that thing that I was now the green, and oh my god, it was coke.
Yeah,
terrible. Like it was Owen that got me that gig, and it was like it was like he couldn't have picked the worst person.
Yeah, I was going to say there's not many people that have never held a fucking PlayStation controller. But fair play to you, you are one of those.
Yeah, I just don't play the games or computers. But I'll get into it if it's a bit of crack in it. I'll get into it. So that's 9 Irish winners.
It's fucking. They're flying it. Day 2, and they've got like some big ones. Some big ones to come this evening.
Could you try again?
All right, Siri, chill out. Some big Irish. There's a lot of potential. They should beat the 20 now, shouldn't they? Or am I just being optimistic?
No, you're probably right. You're probably right, Chris, because
19 Irish winners is the record.
Yeah, is that what the record is?
Yeah,
and that's over. That's way over half the.
Oh, way over, yeah.
Obviously, it's over half.
14 is half.
Oh, 14 is half. Yeah, that's right. For some reason, I used to think there was over 30.
Yeah. Ryan, are you there, mate?
I'm back in the flesh.
The lads are giving you a jip.
Bits and pieces now.
Small bits. You're down in Limerick, are you?
I am. I came back this morning. I'm only back about an hour or so.
Sure, get them on there. Get them on for the fucking crack.
Oh no, they're like fucking audience, so they're only show the face.
How's the podcasting going for you? How are you now, mate? Who's that big bastard?
That's Tango.
Tango.
Tango and Jeff.
You know when you've been tangoed.
Huh? Oh, you do know when you've been tangoed. You wouldn't fucking want me though.
How's the podcasting going for you, mate?
Going all right, Jeff. It's just tipping away. You know yourself, tipping away in it, trying to keep it going. Consistency is key. So
absolutely,
100%.
Just trying to keep it going.
Who was your last few podcasters?
So I'm gone more Sligo based now. So I had Marty Duffy on a few weeks ago. He refereed. He's from Inniscrone. He refereed the All Ireland in 2009 or 10. I'm not sure. But he's got a new job as basically the head referee in the country. Like he organises.
Very good.
Who's ref and where and stuff like that.
But sure, from being from Sligo,
Sligo was never get to an All Ireland final.
Exactly. So he'd be well in like for the big games. He'd be there. Like.
Yeah, we have a man there.
Yeah. he picked up a medal either way.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, I did one with him, and I did. There was another lad. He'd be the one age myself. Luke Towie is his name, and he's out in the AFL. He's out in the Gold Coast now playing.
Sorry, lads. We've actually got a live audience here. I'll put it up on the Instagram for you to look at. These bastards are staring at me, and they're looking in the window at me on the fucking microphone and wondering what's going on. Go, what those cunts at? Is that a porn? Is that a porn?
Well, you know what, lads? I'm going to go for my third piss of the day. I'll be back. And do you notice every time I go for a piss, I come back with another can?
You do, yeah. But we also, every time you go for a piss, we don't have a winner. So we're going to have to make you sit better.
Yeah. Well, right. I come up with something about this then.
Sorry, lads. We've actually got a live audience. I'll put it up on the Instagram for you to look at. He's out in the ODFL. Sorry, lads. We've actually got a live audience here. So you've kind of made it a little bit more localized and get a few lads on that way, and
they do better.
Just cheat,
better generally.
Yeah, I suppose chats like that, they're complete, like, especially when you want to have unscripted chats.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, the ones that are more off the cuff are better. Like,
yeah, and
better crack.
Well, you started a year ago, wasn't it?
It'll be a year in April. Yeah, It's wild. It's flying around. When was it June? I think I recorded with the three lads.
Yeah.
We said one of your mates, JP, we went down. That was the day that we were on about the ball alley.
In the ball alley, yeah, that's right.
That won't be long to a year coming around, like, so.
It's mad, isn't it? You wouldn't have thought at that stage that we'd still be in fucking lockdown.
No, I didn't think that at all. I was hoping that we'd be going abroad someplace or something by now, like, so. That didn't.
We met up at the Christmas and did a podcast for you, and we had to pull it because we had some serious tech issues on my end. So, look, apologies about that, mate.
No, we'll work one again for sure.
100%, definitely.
There'll have to be a few cans involved the next time.
Yeah, you're studying down in Limerick at the moment, are you?
Well, they call it studying.
I don't
legally. I know it's hard to get motivation to do anything at all.
It's mad, isn't it? It's
mental.
It's hard. It's hard to get hard to get motivated to get out of the fucking house these days.
Yeah.
You know.
I know it's not ideal now. Did you see the videos of the estate down here a couple of weeks ago?
I seen bits of it. I was talking to. When was I talking to last?
When we were talking last, the day we did the piece for the college magazine.
Yeah.
A week and a half ago, I'd say.
Mad.
No, it was not a week. It was last week.
Was it last week?
Yeah.
A week ago, so was it?
Yeah, about a week ago.
Just a week ago. Yeah, it was mental altogether.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to just change something here. 1 second, guys. How are we looking for the next race?
Well, look, it's the French horse that's there. He won it last year, but I cannot back. If I was going to back not an Irish horse, I'd probably back a French horse. But I'm going to back Easy Roll or Tiger Roll. Easy Roll, Tiger Roll.
Tiger Roll. There's a nostalgia piece with Tiger Roll.
Yeah.
But
he hasn't ran well since Cheltenham last year.
No. He didn't win the Grand National last year. Did he win the Grand National last year?
It was cancelled.
It was cancelled, that's right. But
the Tiger Roll that won it twice in the spin. He won the Grand National twice.
He won the Grand National twice.
No, he won at Cheltenham, I think it was twice. In two different races. Or was it 3 times he's won at Cheltenham?
The Grand National though?
No, twice, yeah. He was going for the third time.
Right,
but they pulled him out this year because the weights, they say the weights are too high, but it was after the debacle with Gordon Elliott, which I think, I think, to be honest, think what you like of Gordon Elliott, but I think he was harshly treated.
Yeah,
I think for an off the cuff picture or remark.
As something that happened a couple of years ago.
Yeah, 11 years ago.
Not that gives you an excuse either, but it's not.
Yeah.
Not the most current thing. That's
people have got away with a lot worse.
It's not like it was a live
No.
horse that he actually fucking he hurt either.
No, exactly.
It's
Do you know what? If it was a live horse and the horse survived, no one would bat an eyelid.
Yeah.
You know, so what the fuck is the deal? The horse was dead. By sitting on him, wasn't going to bring him back or make him any more deader.
John Joe McGonigal goes, pish in, pish out. He's fucking dead right. Yeah, so I hope I would love to, like, do you know what? I love Tiger's Roll. I think he's a fucking great horse, and he's such a he's a little horse he's a big hearted small horse, and you know, you love seeing those horses win.
And he's even won on the flat.
Yeah. Like he's a serious engine for a small horse.
The third favorite there should be the one that you should have backed, Chris.
What's that, Siri?
No. Check it out.
1 second. Some neck.
Yeah.
Some neck on you.
But I tell you, the Racing Post have gone against the favourite. They've gone against Tiger Roll. It's very rarely the Racing Post give a big outsider, and they give Hogan's height at 18-1.
Yeah, I don't trust that either.
No.
I wouldn't trust that, and if anything, I definitely don't think that Easyland at even money is worth a shot. Because in the cross country, an even money shot, like there's a lot of fucking big fences out there. It's an awkward old fucking thing. And Easyland is a top class country here, like.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't trust even money. I think Tiger Roll has a shot. Like Richard Johnston hasn't had a winner yet, so some neck might be the shout.
Might be. And another thing, talking about French horses coming over to Ireland, it's very rarely they win, but when they win, it's, you know, they win big. Even on the Flash, they don't have. Now there's exceptions like Six Perfections on the Flash, and there was Barracuda over hurdles. I remember Barracuda came over after winning all Grade Ones, and then it went into a handicap in England, and it was carrying something like 24 pounds, like 2 stone heavier than number 2.
Wow!
But it won, but it tired at the end. Obviously, if you're carrying 2 stone fucking heavier than anyone else, you're going to tire at the end. But it won. It was a great horse. It was owned by J. Big McManus. Is that the race now?
Hold on a second now.
No.
Should be half past, isn't it? No, 15:40.
Yeah. So we've another 10 minutes. I don't
Have
know.
you anyone else coming on, lads? Have you later on, or who did you have on earlier?
Pete, no. We had Mikey, we had Pete, and we had Martin and yourself, and we will be watching this race now, and then I will have to bail out myself.
We're gonna wrap it up after that. So
yeah, unless Pete comes back on, which he might, you never know. But maybe he done the Irish goodbye in it. I don't know.
Yeah. Look, I'd say after this race we'll wrap it up, and we might go live on Instagram later for 15 or 20 minutes or something.
Yeah.
And
Good
have
stuff,
the crack
good
there. You know yourself there, Ryan.
Keep all ends happy.
How do you think that? Obviously, I know the GA is you're a big fan of the GA, Ryan. How do you think it's going to set up for the year with this lockdown kind of screwing things like it did last year?
Yeah, that's fairly fucked, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just I think that's the best way to describe it. It's fucked. I don't know. Are we going to kick a ball at all, or Are they going to put the county first and the club first, or what? Or it's awfully hard to know.
It would be, in fairness, I think they did a lot of good for the club championship last year.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, having the shorter season and suited fellas and everything.
Yeah,
I think it was perfect.
We were talking about this on the podcast last night. It was an exciting season last year as well.
Yeah, straight knockouts, and it was there was more to it, like more bite to it, and bit of thrill involved and stuff like that. So,
what was that?
Last year when they went straight knockout for the football.
Yeah, it's
I thought so. We were having this discussion last night with Angelina Nugent.
It's like the championship coming up would be interesting. Again, it all hinges on when lads will be back training and what's going to happen and all that kind of crack. But I don't know. It's obviously the unknown is how do you think Dublin will dominate again this year, or do you think there'll be anyone that can stop them?
It's hard to look past them, isn't it?
Oh, it is, of course.
No. Like they'd want to have an awfully bad day now to be caught out.
They're a machine, like.
Oh, they're serious. They're serious altogether. Like I know, like Tyrone getting bet early on last year. They'll want to have a good go at it this year. Donegal will be there again. Mayo will be there. Kerry will be there. Galway will want to try and show their hand. Roscommon will want to do a bit. There's plenty of counties there that can challenge in the league, at least challenge them.
Yeah,
and beat them in the league.
I think Roscommon are going to go down again, and I'd love to see three counties in Connacht. And I think that's what's not helping other counties is there's maybe one, maybe two good teams in every province. In Leinster, unfortunately, there's only one. And they're not giving themselves enough competition.
Yeah.
Dublin dominating Leinster is not a problem for Dublin, but it's a problem for the rest of the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Because they get a handy run. They get to a point where it's like they save themselves so easily with no risk. Do you get me? Whereas Mayo play Galway in the first game of the championship, massive risk.
Massive risk, yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to have to move this a little bit, lads. I'm down to 10% to my old battery, so tell me if it changes it up a lot. Hold on now.
We've Shay Masterson says he doesn't like the fences. Last a few quid on them. Lost a few quid on them. Is that about Tiger Roll?
You must mean jumping in general.
Maybe. Maybe he's talking about fucking Pete. He doesn't like the fences. That's why he's not jumping at them. Outlaw Barber goes, "What are you guys drinking today?" Well, I'm drinking Guinness.
To drink today.
And
what are you drinking, Ryan?
Ryan's drinking Guinness as well.
I'm dry now. I must get another can for myself.
Get another can for yourself there. Don't leave yourself stuck.
Oh jeez, fucking get stuck into it. So couple of cans. I've got a mix of things. I've got a couple of brew dogs here. I've got a can of Copperberg. I'm gonna mix it up and fucking go wild.
I'm going to be gone in 14 minutes, and just as well, I can actually tell on the screen that I'm starting to get a bit steamed.
Yeah, you are. Like you can see the crow is starting to come out.
It is. I can feel the feathers starting to like flutter.
Flutter a bit. So yeah, if anyone's out there on the chats, we have our link to the Dead Hedgehogs Patreon page. So anyone that does join Patreon, they do get extra content. They get podcasts that we do that bit earlier, and it's generally a bit of crack. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a Discord group for anyone that's in the Patreon massive to basically have constant crack with us. So
and also we have something planned. When we get to a certain amount of patrons, we have something
we announced it earlier on the year
on Patreon channel.
So we've put it out in the video already, but we are going to do a gig, God willing, or whatever deity that you're into. We're going to have a gig for all our Patreon members, either at the end of this year or the start of next year. Obviously, we just need as many patrons to keep supporting us, and we'll do a free gig for them, and we'll have good crack.
Whether it be in person or online, I'm hoping it's in person.
We'll make sure that we'll set it up so it's an in-person gig. So it's going to be a specialist event, invite only. Might throw Ryan into the mix for the crack as well.
I won't be too far away.
You won't be too far away.
And I can guarantee this: anyone that's been to a $3 Left gig or now a Dead Hedgehogs gig, you're in for a treat. It is well.
Oh, it's wild.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's wild. There'd be fucking madness going on, like. So look. So please do support us. Said it keeps the crack going like this, and keeps Pete in boxers, and that's important because he doesn't wear anything else but boxers. Sometimes be going down to the shop.
Oh, if we
don't want him to get arrested again, like.
Pete always finishes his gigs with only a pair of boxers on.
And sometimes he starts them with only a pair of boxers on.
Is that not the truth, Chris?
It's the fucking absolute truth.
Yeah.
In fairness, I can. There's barely a gig that he doesn't whip off his fucking trousers.
I can't remember. Like, I mean, we've given
in the Hardy Bucks gigs as well.
I tell you what, Chris. Our very first $3 Left wrote, and like we were on about the march this time 2 years ago, the gig in Swinford, but that was us just really comparing. But the first $3 Left orchestrated gig was in Mullingar, and Pete obviously took off the down to the boxers, and I would love to share that. If I could show that photo on the screen now, I would. It was just a beautiful photo of him taking off the jeans and him firing the jeans out. But the lady that caught the jeans brought them back in. Brought them back in a week later. It was her birthday. Michaela was her name, and she's a great fan of ours. And she raffled them off, and she I think she got €85 for them. For
Fuck off. Yeah. €85. He probably got them in pennies for a tenner.
Do you know what? We went down earlier, and we went to a charity store, and I think he paid €2 for them.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. Fucking €83 profit just because he wore them for a couple hours.
Yeah.
Wow, not bad. Not bad now.
But remember this, lads. He had them well fucking ripped to shreds when he threw them out.
Of course.
Sure, what about the day, Stephen, the ball alley? Sure, by the end of it, he had the pants off that day as well.
I told you. And Mikey did as well, and Simon did as well.
Yeah, they want to get a fucking handle on that now, because that could get them in trouble.
What's that? Oh, no, fuck them.
Two lads with the balls out.
So here, lads, what would be the ideal Paddy's Day now? What would you usually be up to?
Do you know what? It's one of the days that always fucking, I just can't get a grip of it. I've either drank too much a couple of days beforehand, or I mightn't have drank at all, and I don't want to drink. I don't know. Like, did you ever notice that big days like Christmas Day or Paddy's Day?
I think New Year's and Paddy's Day.
The plan.
Paddy's Day, if you're away from home, is better.
Probably.
It's because it's just better crack. There's better energy about it. I've always found New Year's Eve and Paddy's Day is almost an amateur's day out. Fucking.
So, do you know what? You're probably right. And then they're gone home at 8:00, and there's no one left in the fucking pub then.
Yeah. It's usually, especially on a day like today. It's Wednesday. It would empty out at 8. Everyone's working tomorrow. It's fucking. It could be a real fucking letdown. Dublin kind of isn't as bad as as down at home. I've had some fucking shocking days down at home that are a real fucking disappointment. But at the same time, I think being away from home is where you really, because community gets together there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Paddy's Day. The other side of it is that I was a barman for 9 years and I fucking worked nearly every Paddy's Day and I hated it. Because it was that idea that fucking these gobshites would come in and you wouldn't have seen them from Stephen's Day or New Year's Eve. And then they go fucking let loose and you wouldn't see them for another 6 months as well.
Yeah. I remember going up to you, Chris, on a Paddy's Day. It was the day I think the last time Ireland won the Grand Slam, and I waited for the Grand Slam in Mayo, and I drove up to Dublin. Right, listen to this, and I'd been up there a week earlier.
Bernard Dunn fight the night that Bernard Dunn.
No. That's years ago. I was in Galway that night. This was the last time. This was only 3 years ago, I think.
Oh yeah, okay.
Or 2 years ago. Oh no, it was 3 years ago. Because obviously it was, because 2 years ago we were doing the St. Patrick's Day gig.
Yeah.
I went up to you and we had an awful great night the week before in Dublin. So I was thinking, great, to be the fucking same crack again. Do you remember that? Do you know now?
I remember now. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, but we had a great week the weekend the week before, and I thought, Jesus Christ, if every weekend is like this one, it'd be fucking awesome. So I went up thinking it'd be the same sort of crack, and landed up, and I think Owen was been to come out with as well, but Owen had been out the night before and he was hungover.
He was shook, yeah.
So I started off badly and I thought, grand, no, I'm going to keep going now, and I'm going to meet you. And I was D2, D4, the pub.
Oh, yeah. That was it was D2, yeah.
D2 or whatever, yeah, D2.
It's around there somewhere, yeah.
And I landed in, and everyone was absolutely
off the chart.
Classic.
Fucking Ireland were just after being Scotland, I think.
No, it was England.
It was England, was it?
England was even better.
Yeah. Oh, fucking! I wrote. That was 4 years ago, I think.
Might have been 4 years ago, yeah.
Because I was going to say 3 years ago. Or it might have been 3 years ago as well.
I think it was 3.
It was just after my 30th. The week 2 weeks before was my 30th, and that was the week of the big snow. Yes. And I met Frankie and Danny and a few of the boys in a D2.
Martin Hines was there.
He was there, and we were fucking trolleyed. Fucking it was awful fucking drunk. That was a fucking great bit of crack. But it's geez, good. In fairness to you now, you fucking commit to a night out, so you do.
Oh, I do, yeah. If I say I'm going for a night out, it's a fucking night out.
Yeah. That was good crack, so it was. Fucking, you'd miss that now.
But what happens is, and this is for anyone that's watching that doesn't drink a lot, or doesn't drink, and when they go out drinking, what happened then is I try to catch up with everyone else, and getting drunk gradually is way, way, way better than getting drunk quickly.
Of course.
Yeah. And I got drunk very quickly, and I ended up really fucking drunk, and so drunk that I didn't have too long before I drove back to Mayo, and I was so still hungover in the morning that I took the wrong road, and I ended up on the road to Wexford.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was a second blast of a snowdrift. Fucking stop. I broke my brake disc. I broke my brake discs or calipers on the way home because I was braking that much.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
In fairness to you now, it was fucking the middle of a blizzard and you still came up for a couple of pints a week before.
If I say I'm going to do something, but then again, if you had the weekend we had the week before, you would have gone up as well.
Stop it! Fuck it! It was wild crack. That was a fucking brilliant. See, this is the thing, right? This is what we're missing now. We've had a full 12 months where this has just been fucking it's in the cage.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen when it does when we do release this. Like,
but you know what? I think an awful lot of people will be still very hesitant.
But like me and you won't, and the rest of them don't fucking matter a fuck either. So
exactly. This is a big one, lads. This is a long race. Is this 4 miles? Is it?
It's 3 miles 6.
3 miles 6. So 2 furlongs short of 4 miles.
Yeah.
So for anyone that doesn't know what a furlong is, 2 furlongs is a quarter of a mile. So it's 2 3/4 miles. 3 3/4 miles.
Tiger Roll is trotting along nicely there in second, in fairness.
Yeah. It could be his day, you know.
Well, Easyland's gone out to 6-4, and Tiger's Roll is at 3-1 at the moment.
I've seen that, lads. I've seen that.
So we'd be very happy now if fucking Tiger Roll came in.
Oh, no. Galvin paid for my Cheltenham yesterday. This would buy me a new suit.
Oh yeah. Fuck it. Lads, when we'll have to do a live podcast from a meet coming in when things are opened up, we'll have to go live from one of the racing meets.
Yeah, I always wanted to do that. Like
That's great shows.
I also wanted to do something like is it called a Vox Pop from a race meet?
Vox Pops, yeah. We'll record some stuff over there. But yeah, it's as far as the festival's gone so far, it's gone. As you said yesterday, it's paid for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Which app are you using, lads, for the betting?
I use Paddy Power.
I've Betfair and Paddy Power.
See, I had Paddy Power, but I got rid of it.
Why?
Because you know yourself, you'd keep throwing stuff on and shitey out games or whatever. But no, I didn't actually, because I'm on the phone here now. I didn't throw anything on, but I must throw on stuff in the later races. Throw something on at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sure. Look, you have to be disciplined. The thing about the bookie shop is what I used to do in the beginning of my betting career was I'd take €20 or £20 or £50 or whatever it was into it. I'd leave my bank card at home, and I had no apps. So if you made money, you stayed in, and if you lost the €20 or the £20, you walked out, and then no one was really hurt. But I lost €500 in a day once.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I had it. What that €500. The problem, it was easy to use because I won it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. See, it's not like the way I would look at it is that the money that you're betting was won money. It's not.
Yeah.
It's actually not.
Yeah.
I
built it up. I built it up all week. I built it up from Monday to Friday, and on Saturday then I had €500 to play with.
So lads, just so the way the odds are going, Tiger Roll's at 5-2. Easyland's gone still at 4-5. It's kind of flowing between even money and 4-5.
He's in fourth now, is he? I tell you what, if looking at it from here, I'd like to be on Tiger Roll.
Yeah, he's gone to 2-1 now. Tiger Roll is actually floating at the moment. He's actually doing fuck all.
This could be a swan. This could be a fairy tale, lads.
I'd fucking be so happy if it was. 6-4 now.
He's fucking floating, boys.
He's not even. He hasn't even. You'd think that he's got another gear going here at the moment.
Yeah. He's not even in maybe third or fourth.
And to be honest, who's in second there? Defi de Carre, he's in second, and he could actually hold up Easyland from closing that distance,
Yeah.
And Tiger Roll's just after going even money.
Okay.
Outlaw Barber says, I am from Oklahoma City. I used to live in Ireland 2010 to 2011. I miss the pubs and the traditional music. Can't get proper pint of Guinness here, lads. Polish nightclubs are gas. I think maybe posh nightclubs are gas. But either way, Polish nightclubs are gas too. But
what's her name?
Her name?
Yeah, or what was his name? Or
Outlaw Barber.
Brilliant.
Feckin' some crack.
Fair play to him. Or her.
Or her.
Or no, if it's a barber, it's probably it's a him.
Well, it could be a girl as well.
It could be.
This has gone a little bit tight, but Tiger Roll is still just cruising through it. Gone through his last 3 jumps, no bother, and he's now 4-6.
Yeah, he's
Easy Land's pushing. Easy Land's pushing now.
He's getting a breather in, I think.
Yeah, he's hitting the jumps very quickly, so he's getting a breather in between.
Oh, he's cruising over them. 2 fences to go now.
Easy Land is being pushed big time.
Okay.
And
it'll be something.
Keith Donohue's just after looking back for Easy Land. This would be the win of the festival.
It would be for me. It would. I wouldn't. I literally nearly. I'm emotional.
He's actually just about to hit the last. I think he's in the run up.
This is crazy, lads.
This is unbelievable. This is amazing. 11 years old. This is fucking brilliant.
Good up there.
This is it, lads. This is fucking
Jesus.
it. Fucking beauty.
Brilliant.
Love that.
What a way to end the live.
What a beauty. You got a Tiger Roll.
All right,
but didn't I say it? First thing, amazing little horse. Just
brilliant,
fucking hearty,
beautiful.
Brilliant horse.
Do you know what I feel sorry for? I feel sorry for Gordon Elliott that he's not there.
He deserves it. That horse. Two gold cups. Two Grand Nationals.
Yeah.
Now across country after having a shit year by his standards.
Yeah,
that's amazing. I'm fucking delighted.
Right. Listen, I'm out of here. Ryan, thanks very much for joining us, and
great to see you, mate. We'll be chatting to you very soon. Thank you very much for jumping on, guys, and watching us. If you would like to become a Patreon member, the link is in the description there. And obviously, if you haven't subscribed and liked the video, please do that. It makes it, I don't know, it does something for our analytics, however, it make a massive difference. So please do subscribe if you're watching this. And we'll see you very soon. We've got some really good podcasts coming up. And
check out Ryan's podcast on Ball Talk as well on Instagram and YouTube and
And look, guys, thanks a lot for joining us today. Have a great St. Paddy's Day and get fucking well pished.
Law fail apart, guys.
Good luck, man.
See you there, guys.
Take care.